What's up, brother?
Out the gate. What's good?
My bad. Is it too loud?
Hold on, let me turn my speakers down.
Oh, my bad.
No. You good, man? Bump that again. Let me see the level.
Sounds good.
Yep.
What's up, man?
Man, we out here. Let me get some what's it called real quick. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm good, man.
It's good
I
to
was out
see
here
you, brother.
vibing out. You're like, let me bounce out some tracks. I was like, oh, cool. I can work on some stuff.
Dope. Yeah,
I,
dude. Talk
I,
about that shit right there.
wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm in
Got you. Ooh, yeah.
wavelength. Let's go.
You already know.
Hey, man, we champions. Anyway,
All the way. Always. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude. I
oh
know.
yeah.
I be tripping off that shit because it's like I was like the last one we did was on the last day when they was going to get the chip, and it's like it's funny because now you got to think in podcast life like you talk about it the next one you do. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's oh my gosh, dude, we were jumping around. Crazy. I had some family out from Austin. They just moved there.
oh
So
shit.
it was been like a year, but we haven't really linked up since COVID. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they came out, and my cousin from California, he flew in, and so it was good to have family over. Like you don't never get family out this way, so
Ah, hell yeah, dude.
that shit was dope.
That shit is good for the soul. Remember we was talking about nourishments that time?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh look at you. Ah, the inner gates. That's my guy right there. That's my favorite Naruto character, bro.
All the way. I sat there and I saw you had some anime shit. I'm like, yeah, let's jump to the anime shit. All right, boom.
I
No,
just finished season one of this anime. It's called Rising of the Shield Hero.
Rising of the Shield Hero.
Yeah, so the dude, he's just like a college student, and he picks up this book in the library, and he just gets transported to this world where there's four heroes, and one of them's a shield hero, which he is. There's a spear hero, bow, like a bow and arrow, and then there's like a sword hero, and then everybody hates on this dude for whatever reason. But come to find out, it's like a game. It's like an MMO, and
Oh, what? Like Ender's Game, kind of?
I think what's Ender's Game?
Ender's Game was this movie where uh these niggas is basically like futuristic and shit, and they like test all these foods to see like who's smart as fuck, and then they make them play this game. And in the game, like they decipher who's the smartest people that come up with the most strategies and shit. But in the game was like real, like in actuality, it was real. They was using motherfuckers to like do real shit, like kill planets and shit.
What the hell? Yeah. It's real. Like, well, as far as they know, it's real. But like, there's like a menu and stuff, and like you get like his shield. Like he can like upgrade things, and there's different like upgrade trees that shows up in his skills. And oh shoot, let me do one of them.
Hey.
Uh, but yeah, it's just like you ever watch like Sword Art Online, that kind of
Mm-mm.
thing. All right, so those ones are like they get trapped in the video game, but then they have to level up to get out. Like they have to beat the game to get out, basically. In that
Mm.
one. This one is not. I don't know if they know if it's a game or if it's just based off of whatever. But he's stuck in that world and he's just upgrading his shit. And this is one of his like special abilities and shit. It's like a demon shield, and like he killed this dragon and freaking got that power. But like the shield like takes over his body or whatever because
Mm.
it's evil. It's like this. It starts twitching. Like the shield starts twitching. And it's like
That shit
glitch.
got a mind of its own.
Kinda, yeah. Well, he's just finding out. So I mean, he's pretty. He's not powerful, but it's pretty interesting, dude. Like the first season's pretty good. So I was binge watching it last week, and That's why I had to wake up early this morning to start a beat because I haven't made a beat in a while.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's what I was gonna get into. Was like I did not realize like you don't run it. You don't. The problem don't present itself until it happens. You know. And I'm sitting here like I ran into it last week where I think I was bouncing out the cook up session or the little healthier burrito idea I came up with.
Oh, okay.
And while I was doing that, while it was bouncing, like exporting and shit, and I'm like, but I felt inspired, like, oh, I'm ready to make a beat. And I'm like, like I can't. Because you're in the catch 22. It's like, okay, you can open up Logic. Like the computer's fast enough to open up Logic while that shit's exporting. But you're taking processing power away from the export. So you're gonna have a slower export. And when you go into Logic, you're not gonna be able to utilize your Logic to the fullest extent because the resources are being utilized for the export. And I'm just like, man, I definitely need another motherfucking computer, man.
I saw your post. I was like, yeah, I'm right there with you. I was talking about that. I was talking about that to my wife, and I was like, yo, like, I need a new computer. I was like, I think we need to upgrade computers every like 5-6 years just because these motherfuckers keep coming out like faster, and we just need to like we need the streaming power and all that shit. I was like, because when I'm doing the like when I'm recording and stuff, it's like slow. It's like, well, let me hit save real quick. Let me close out. Like, man, it's like when I had my old Dell laptop and I was running Fruity Loops. It was the same thing. I was like, oh no, the CPU is about to like give me that stupid black screen that says, oh, you know, restart your shit.
System overload. Yeah.
System overload. That used to happen when I used to run Pro Tools on here. That's why I don't use Pro Tools no more. Plus, it's expensive, so use what you got.
Like 600 and shit. It was like 600 for Pro Tools. I remember.
Yeah, but I mean now it's cloud based, so now it's
no.
Yeah,
I've been watching a lot of videos and getting better at this video editing shit. And like, there's this one YouTuber, I forgot her name, but she was like, I normally use Premiere Pro, but I have a Mac and all this. And she was like, and the benefits of getting Final Cut Pro is one-time payment versus that monthly payment. And I'm like, yeah, dude, like Adobe killed the game when they went from CS6 to Creative Cloud. Because once I seen that, I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, they took away.
I had the keys, like the for the suite. I used to have it like
I got the keys.
I got the keys. Yeah, hell yeah. And I should have that for free for sure. I was like, yeah. And then when they sure did kill it when they went to Creative Cloud. I couldn't do anything. I'm over here. I'm hitting up my brother. I'm like, yo, hey man, let me get the thing since you work with it. So let me get yours. He's just like, all right. I forgot to pay it though. I'm like, He's like, because I don't use that one no more. I use my work account. I was like, well, let me get that one.
I was like, hey, you still gonna hook me up though, right?
we got it now though. The wife actually pays for it every month now. It's like $50.
Oh my goodness.
But I haven't had a chance. I'm used to using Premiere Pro too. I mean, I remember in high school I used to use Final Cut, but I mean it's like the same DAW. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's the same shit. You get to
places.
It's just you got to get across the street. Just some motherfuckers want to fly, some motherfuckers want to jump, some motherfuckers want to walk and run. So they get you across the street. But that's dope. So you don't have to use iMovie. You can put Premiere Pro on your fucking Mac.
Yeah, but I'm still using iMovie when I edit like chop section. It's just fast. It's fast for me to use it because I don't have to load it up and like taking up all my
CPU and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because that shit when you run it, it like freaking square pops up with Premiere Pro right there, and it shows that shit loading all the way up to 100%. Yeah, freaking iMovie just boop 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 boop, easy, and it doesn't need to be freaking like super high def. Like I don't care. Well, I mean, I do care, but you know what I mean. Like it doesn't. It's not for what I need.
It's not necessity. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I've been pushing out all these, like even this shit right now. Like all these episodes is 1080p, 30 frames a second.
Oh hell yeah!
And this shit is a lot of motherfucking gigs. That's why I said this export life is different because it's like, okay, so what? 4 episodes so far that I got. Like this is episode 4 that's bouncing, which is 50.
Oh, that's what you're bouncing. I thought you were bouncing tracks. Like
I wish, man. I haven't worked on music, dude. I've been doing all this shit.
I be feeling bad, man. I'm like, man, Tim is doing a lot.
Oh, dude.
Hey, at least I can do is pay for that. the least I can do. I'll probably get the
Hey,
whole thing next time. You
hey,
doing a lot. I appreciate you, man. You doing a lot, man. That's a lot.
teamwork make the dream work. But yeah, I be sitting here like I've been at this shit because like especially because it's like it'd be different if I was a video editor. And this is why like we said I was looking at one of the episodes while I'm like getting what the type of the description. And you was like, man, we need a team. You was like, for real, like all the shit we're doing, like with everything that it takes for us to really do what we're trying to do, we need a team. And I'm sitting here like every time when I'm doing some shit, I'm like, yeah, if it was just one nigga's job just to be a video editor, this would be whole totally different. I'm like, but I'm the same nigga that want to put out content. I got a producer career too. And I'm like, okay, well, if I can't do my shit, then at least let me big up my homies real quick. This is gonna make me feel good. At least I can see them on their shit. And so, I got a rhythm now, this shit. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I love filming this shit because it was dope to watch in those episodes to see us talking about shit, talking about us doing shit. And then it's like, oh shit, well, we're fucking 6. Like a lot of this shit we was talking about, we done like, and it was dope because we even said it in the episode. Like, the proof is in the pudding. Like when motherfuckers see this shit come out, they gonna be like, oh, that's why they was doing that. Oh, that's why. Yeah, motherfucker, you get to see the gestation. So you seeing the part of niggas trying to get 6 episodes ready to release on Sunday. And it's like, nigga, these motherfucking outputs at 1080p, 30 frames a second. This should go 15 gigs.
2 hours? Like,
yeah, no, 6 hours, nigga. Like, dude. If you gonna bounce 32 gigs, if it's 32 gigs, right? And you're bouncing out 32 gigs of shit. By the time it finished bouncing out, it's going to go to about 15 point something gigs. Then I take that 15 point something gigs and upload that to YouTube. And that's going to take like 53 minutes to upload. But then I put it in descriptions and all that, put it in the category, put it in the playlist. And then I'm letting that happen. You just got to let it happen, It's like, it's... Huh? What'd you say?
Let it marinate overnight.
Dude.
Oh shoot, can you hear me?
No.
My bad.
That's why another thing I'm trying to get better at is not talking at the same time because it'd be trying to cancel out audio and shit.
Oh yeah.
But
especially with Zoom.
Yeah, especially with Zoom. See, it'd be different probably if it was Discord. But this one is the interview with Machete, and that's funny because on episode 1 we talked about interviewing somebody. We talked about interviewing
somebody. We got someone. Like,
and so that's funny, man. Then boom, episode 4, and so I put the special. I call it a Wonderland special deep dive. I put that at the end of that one. So I got the main one where we all talk. That was the full interview. Then I put the little snippet of like us after interview, the little recap, us, me and you. Then I lead that out into the special deep dive. So the shit is like 5 hours and something minutes. So it's 58 gigs. That's exported right now.
Freaking 4 hours.
58 gigs, man. So, yeah.
Wow, hey man.
We doing this shit for real.
Hey man, if just I hope everybody listening because we need some money to get this thing. I need a new computer.
Just give us a computer and hard drive space. That's all we need. Because this shit is high quality, bitch. 1080p, 58 gigs, nigga. Like I wouldn't have been exporting no 58 gig anything on my old computer. 58 gigs, my ass, motherfucker. But yeah, I've been able to create music, man, because it's like, okay, when I run into something I don't know how to do, then I go research that shit. So like now, like I got a rhythm. Like the cool part about it, and I guess this is why it's cool because we're documenting the journey. But the cool part about Final Cut Pro is that since it's such akin to Logic, that I got a rhythm now, because I had to learn how to use noise gates properly, like to really do for the silent shit. And another thing is even mic placement. Like I noticed that in the earlier episodes and even in my cook-up sessions, when I have the mic coming from the computer side, like this boom mic is hanging right here, right? But if I bring it from hanging behind the interface and the monitors and shit, then I hear this fucking like electrical noise that I can't really get rid of. But when I got it placed over here where it ain't no, it's just me right here, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no electrical shit. So it ain't no electrical noise that's going in there. Cause the first 2 episodes got that shit heavy. And I'm like, fuck. And then you can see that I've figured it out, but also like using a noise gate. So on every track, then this was dope too. It's from the first one where everything was in there and my volume was too low and shit to where now when I record it, I record one track just your vocal, another track just my vocal, another track with both our vocals. So now on each vocal track, when I go in and do it now, basically the vocal chain is like this. It's like EQ, compressor, noise gate. I think those are the main three that's needed. EQ, compressor, noise gate. I cut out the low end, I cut out the mud, and then I even cut out like above 15K because it's that little extra just for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And then like below 50 and shit. So that way we ain't just too much booming on them motherfuckers.
Yeah, keep us crisp, right? Nice and fresh.
Keep it fresh, not too muddy in this bitch. But then I got a rhythm on how I'm doing the compressors because I had to even figure out really how to use compressors properly, man. The fucking threshold, the fucking what we got? We got threshold. What's this
Attack
other
release.
thing? Attack, release, makeup gain, right?
Yeah.
And so playing between bringing up the low, bringing up or bringing down the highest peaks. Cause I like this is another thing I learned. Hey, motherfuckers out there podcasting and shit. Minus 12 dB, everything is in increments of damn 3 and shit. So -3, -6, -9, -12. They say the standard for vocal shit is at -12. So you put it at -12. Cause that was the other thing. Is like, you know how you want shit to be zeroed out, but zero is the max of the shit. So -12, when it's at -12 compressed and everything kicking, then even when you redline and get loud and shit, then it don't go above -6, which is dope. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we're not. Another thing I had to figure out too is that since I've been adding, like instead of keeping that little boom boom intro, you know what I mean? Like I make it custom. We got our like, you know, it's
I didn't even know it had sounds on it when I gave it to you. I didn't know. I was like, oh, we're not using that. Like I didn't know until I was like, what the hell is this? I think I might have done it without my speakers on for whatever reason. I didn't know. And see, you said -3, 6, 9, and 12. So there's a reason for. I still don't know the reason.
Yeah, the attenuation. It's some mathematical shit though. But I did look it up.
Mathematical, right? Yeah, it's mathematical for the like resonance or something like that.
I don't know, but it's something mathematical though because.
Just follow it.
Yeah, hey, motherfuckers, y'all look that shit up too, nigga. We learning in front of y'all. And that's why I got in the description, nigga. Join us every Sunday as we learn and we hold each other accountable to our weekly goals. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, I'm learning so much, for real. You learn about this, you learn about what we're doing, what the product is, and you also learn about yourself too. So
Come on. Yeah, dude. There's some deep shit on there, man. You're a motherfucker. Hey,
what's up?
Shout out to being a motherfucking dad out here, man. Active fathers, you know what I'm saying? Represent, you know what I mean? Like, let's go ahead and just, cause man, I know that shit is a thankless job, homie. That shit, like when I was talking to the homegirl one day, and she was telling me, and the homegirl got the same birthday as me, and she was telling me about like we was just chopping it up and shit, catching up from high school, and she was like, how do you feel about people that tell mothers Happy Father's Day on Father's Day? And I'm like, well, for me, I used to tell my mama that because, like, you know, I just wanted to make sure I get my mama props for being there, even though my pops wasn't. I'm like, but when I really sat there and thought about it, I was like, man, you know, Mother's Day mothers are mothers, you know what I mean? They got their own shit. My mom is not a dad. She's a mother, and she'd never be a dad because she didn't teach me how to be no man. You know what I'm saying? And but I make sure my mom get the respect for how much she impacted me as a mother, you know. And then she told me, she was like, yeah, because I grew up with my parents and like I know my heritage. She's like Belizean and black and shit.
Oh, nice.
And so she said she know her heritage all the way back to the 1700s, like just no ancestry.com or nothing, you know. And she said, she's like, and so I'm different from other black girls. Like, most black girls don't got both parents in the home. She said, but for me, I know what my dad did, and I never disrespect and try to say like, "Oh, thank you, happy father." I don't accept that because I know what my dad did, and I'm not willing to step into that role. And so that's disrespectful to say Happy Father's Day to a mother if I know what my dad did, and my mom didn't do shit that my dad did, but my mom did the shit that my mom did. Like, and I was like, "Damn, that's deep." So that's why I'm just throwing it out to you. I remember one of the times we was talking, you had to like go to Home Depot to grill and shit. And you was like, "I'm about to get this lawnmower thing or leaf blower or some shit," and I'm like, "Man, dad shit, homie, dad shit."
Man, that's deep. No, I mean, yeah, that was cool. I didn't get the leaf blower, by the way. It's too expensive. I had to spend those.
See, dad shit, being responsible.
I got the de-weeder though, like the the little thing you gotta like
The
turn.
chunk chunk and then come up. You put it when you ground with your foot.
Oh no 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 no! I got the little. It's like weed and feed or something like that.
Mm.
And like you put the little thing in the little. It's like a chalk liner. It looks like you know how like they used to chalk the like baseball fields and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But it looks like that anyway. Besides that, I agree. I agree with her. I don't agree with telling mothers Happy Father's Day because they're not fathers, and it's just as simple as that. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, because mothers do what they do. They're the moms. Like, you can't replace a mom. You can't replace a dad either. So give
Both
us our,
essential.
give us our respect. Like
Facts.
dad's what you watch that Chris Rock episode? They're talking about, or not episode, but his stand up, Tambourine.
That's
No,
on
yeah,
Netflix.
yeah, on Netflix. You should watch it. It's good. It's pretty funny. Um, he talks about how dads aren't like they're not respected.
Mm.
What did he say? He said something like, uh, man, I wish I could look it up, but he's basically saying that a man is only loved by what you can provide and what you can do for him, kind of
Mm.
thing. And everybody else is like loved. They're loved for like nothing. Like they just love them for nothing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
He says it specifically. Man, we got a computer.
Yeah, we do. And you got the share screen button.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot. That's my.
And I got the other display shit ready to go, nigga. We out here, man. I like to see the improvements over time. Like, if anybody like really go through and study this shit, motherfuckers, like you gonna see the improvements over time. You hear the improvements and you see the improvements.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot. I like what you did right there. See, you hit me up the other day about filling up when people are doing like when one of us is doing something. And you talk, you're gonna fill the air.
Hey man, like I said, it's improvements, nigga.
Heck,
Cause dude, I be learning when I be watching that shit, man. Like I think it was episode 3 or episode 2 was basically like a fucking like half the shit was a fucking machine tutorial, nigga. Motherfuckers gonna get a lot out of that shit.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about the b-boying thing that you were telling me about. I was like, you know what? It'd be better if I had like a if it wasn't just me, if I was actually showing somebody like to do it. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Someone that doesn't know.
yes.
That doesn't know how to do it, I should
Yeah, yeah,
say.
yeah. Because the proof is in the pudding. Your teaching skills, their demonstration is your teaching skills in action.
Yes. So it at least shows yeah, it shows the actual outcome of what I'm able to teach, right? I guess.
Mm, that's the result. Like that's another thing too, man. I'm watching these damn videos and like the description to say like, oh, this is what you expect to see and blah blah blah. And then like you watch it and it don't even really be that. So that's why I was like, oh, but let me watch these. So I just won't be saying like, oh, we're talking about this shit. Be like, nigga, y'all didn't even talk about that shit. Like, like, oh shit.
That's not yeah, yeah, you can't always go to the first video you see.
No.
For sure. For sure. Um,
Mm-mm.
I'm still trying to find this thing. This
Yeah,
freaking
Chris Rock, um,
ad.
dads are not appreciated because people. That was another thing they said. Like you give women undeserved affection, you just give it to them off GP. But like dudes got to work for everything. It's like, what have you done for me lately? Dun 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 dun.
Ooh, ooh, yeah. That ooh yeah is hard to come by the way. Like you try to get that ooh yeah, you gotta work for it. That ooh yeah is probably super depressing. Like you're just like, ooh yeah.
Like that's a man that had seen some things. Like, damn.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. But I'm blessed that with my family, like my wife gives me the support. You know, right now, I mean, she's the breadwinner right now too. So I mean, we all made decisions for things in our life to happen. So you know, sometimes you got to step down, let your woman be your, you know, be the be your woman, and then you can be the
Hmm.
man still.
Come on,
You know what I'm saying?
say that.
I still do what I can. I still do what I do. You know, yeah, it's a team effort. It's crazy. I know this is a producer podcast, but like it's crazy to see how our mindset's different from a lot of people's mindsets about their approach to relationships. And I mean, I guess this can go hand in hand with music, you know, and what we do. But we communicate. We like everybody communicates. So we understand the problems that we have,
Hmm.
and we do our best to try and fix them.
Hmm.
And it's becoming more or less of problems we have now because we communicated over the past years. You know what I mean? And our relationship is very strong. So we're able to do things we want. We're able to get things we want, and we're able to uplift each other when we need to have when we need to have uplifting for each other. So, and it can be the same thing with music. You know what I mean? Like your relationship with like your DAW or whatever, right? Or just how you feel about things in music, and it's the same thing. Like it's the same thing. You have to be able to communicate. Uh, not solid. What is the? I want to say solid. It has to be tight. Like
Effective communication.
yeah. See, I'm having a hard time effectively communicating this, so it's it's kind of weird. But yeah, you just have to have that too. I mean, but it's cool. Like, you ain't got to worry about nothing like that most of the time, anyway. And if I do have to worry about it, then we just talk about it.
Hmm.
You don't have to worry about it no more, right? Like, it's cool.
And that part right there, man, what you just say, just talk about it. That aspect of like when you, because you said earlier, you said like y'all both done things to make the relationship work. And when it comes down to living this life in general, just as an individual, you know what I mean? Like we already talk about doubts and a lot of shit like on this podcast a lot, but to have that other person to be able to bounce those ideas off of, to be able to balance you, like when you think of Hancock and you know how every time Will Smith got around that girl, she balanced them out. You know what I'm saying? Like even though it took away their powers, but it balanced them out, which was like the essential piece that I always took away from that. And it's like just like how we talk about the essential roles in the household, the husband and the father. I mean, the husband and the wife. Like y'all are there to balance each other out because y'all don't think on the same. Y'all may think on the same. In the same realm, but y'all got different channels in terms of which way y'all do shit and how y'all communicate it. But the whole point is that the price of admission is communication. It's like, all right, well, we can't be in this unless we communicate. And it's like, all right, y'all both grabbed y'all golden ticket and stepped in the chocolate factory.
Yeah, we all bring whatever our strengths are to the table, and then we fill those gaps that we have, like as us individuals. So we become complete. And that sounds like some lovey dovey stuff, but it's
Hey,
true.
keep it real.
Yeah, I believe in that. I'm still like that. You know what I mean? As how uncool that is now. You know what I mean? In the
Hey,
social norm, how being all lovey and all that stuff. Like, nah, I'm 100% that still. Like,
that shit only come from the haters, man. In
yeah,
my opinion. In my opinion. Because,
dude, I don't do that. That's the
yeah.
bit. Like, nah, man.
Don't
Like,
hate on nobody else shit, nigga. Like I was happy for the you remember the homie Thomas in the
yeah,
warehouse, right?
yeah.
So boom, he just had his 4 year anniversary. And I was just telling him like, man, it was dope. Like like
Nah, because last I remember, I was like, did he have a girl when I was when
yeah. Nah, that was a little after you left.
yeah. Okay, I'm happy for him because I remember he would talk about stuff. Yeah, shout out to Thomas.
Shout out to Thomas, man. But I
Yeah,
was telling him like, man, you showing us like, cause in a time where the shit ain't popular, you showing us like, Boom, how to be a one woman man, married, monogamous, 4 years in a relationship, got your kid, got a second kid coming in like January. It's a daughter. You got a first son,
Congratulations.
first kid was a son, daughter coming in January, February. And it's like, a lot of the Best Buy people went and got married, you know what I'm saying? The time where the shit wasn't popular, but most of the people that went and got married, like, shown us, like, what this is the mistakes for the majority of our parents, not all of our parents, but for the majority of our parents where we grew up in these broken households, most of the people I noticed in my generation realm all went and did it right so we could right that wrong. And so it's just dope to see, man. Like, I
Oh
don't
yeah,
care
yeah.
if it ain't popular because I've never been a part of the popular crowd anyway. I always felt the shit that popular people did was dumb in my opinion because a lot of people would just do it just because other people was doing it versus doing it because this is something you wanted to do. So when I'm still old school and traditional when it comes to relationships. So when I look at, how and that's what's funny about perception because like, the wet ass pussy song makes people have and yes, I said it all the words.
That's, yeah, that's a cool video. Anyway, yeah, you go.
I haven't seen the video yet. I just
Yeah,
seen
sorry, you good, you good.
headlines. You good? Hey, man. Hey, we all got here through one. And so
Oh, come on, man. Don't say, I was like, yeah, no, no, man. You say that. Oh. Let me just take this.
I'm not going on it today. But yeah. Hey, and I'll tell you another story about this time I postmated and I had to go to the sex shop. But the girl, she like pop a cherry in terms of talking shit like that, because like normally it's taboo. And she was like, everybody has sex. She was like, we wouldn't be here if our parents did. And I was like, man, that was a good ass point. Cause it's like, we know that, but motherfuckers don't just put it back in your face like that.
Yeah, no way. No,
He said, yeah, no way. Stop that shit.
stop. I mean, it's weird. No, it's gonna make me feel a little weird.
But nah, like because that's somebody, I think I seen it in a meme or something. They said like, to be a person that remains pure in a world where it's unpopular and like it's more popular to be fake and wear fake shit and do shit for the gram and posture yourself up like you live in this kind of life. And it's like, when I see motherfuckers like, because that's what I'm saying. I remember even when I was going through the phone to get not my phone, but my laptop. I was going through my laptop to go back to the day of the party so I can get the picture to put it as the first picture.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I seen another time where it was me and Brandon when we seen Dominic when Dominic's like this big.
Oh yeah, yeah. In Corona, you guys went to our first. That was our first apartment. That little ass apartment. It was a junior bedroom, junior apartment. Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy.
We had some Wingstop. We went up to the hill after. Remember that I took you guys up.
Yeah, and we looked out. Yeah.
It was dope.
Yeah.
We used to go there after we
Damn.
used to session.
It was
Well,
dark as fuck.
it was, but you
Yeah.
could see all the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. But yeah, that shit made me trip out because I was like, dang, dude, like, like you never really think about that shit, that kind of shit in life, man. But I'm gonna ask you a question that I was asking my cousin
Okay.
the other day. And it correlates with this. It's like, what? Because there's something about why you choose the girl that you with. There's something why you pursued her. There's something why you asked her for the number and you called her. And then you took her out on dates and then you met her parents. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you remember when you think about all that, the question comes to, there's something that the girl does that you notice. And when you notice it, it just make your heart smile so much that you can't help but smile. You have to smile. So do you recall a moment prior to the marriage and all that where it was something that she did that made you go like, damn, she's dope? And like, you know what I mean? Like that turning point moment.
Yeah. The first thing, I don't want to say it wasn't little, but it was little in a big way. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's little in a big way. She started naming all these like this music like that I would listen to like before. Like she was about like visionaries and like dilated and like she would name and she knew about it and you know like and she would say she would listen to that like she was into like Talib and like she would start singing like these freaking Black Star songs
Crazy.
and I would look at it I was like what the fuck? Like I didn't take her for I mean for her to listen to stuff like that like me like I mean I have me and my friends and it just seems like everybody that I knew that listened to that stuff in that time when they're popular but not popular you know what I mean
Mm,
that because they had that soulful sound it was like a grown person sound right um while other people were like listening to like Young Jock and stuff like that and
mm.
like you know what I mean um just to hear her say it like she knew I was like dang you know I was like dang that's crazy like you know what I'm saying like
I know exactly what you're saying, man.
I snapped out I was like oh shoot and I think that was one of the first things because she would have because her pops used to work in a record store and
Crazy.
he would give her like a bunch of CDs. Oh, you should listen to this. You should listen to that. So he would feed her a bunch of music, and I was like, "Wow, cool!"
That's
Like,
deep.
yeah.
All
And
right. Last
rest in, rest
question.
in peace to
Oh,
her.
snap.
She passed away. Yeah, he passed away. Rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace for real. He was prime. He was setting. That's the crazy part about how pivotal moments, right? That's what I like to call them. And it's like that preparation, not knowing is how it's gonna turn out. One day that your interest in music is gonna come across, like your vibe attracts your tribe for real. And you was feeling like, okay, just the gestation of your own bubble of people that fuck with this, and then it's like, hold up, you ain't from our faction, but but you speak our
Exactly.
language.
Yeah, you like. I don't know how weird it is, but most of the time, girls don't listen to that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to sound sexist or nothing like that, but a lot of times, like, girls don't listen to that kind of thing. Like, you don't hear like it's cool to hear girls listen to rap and hip hop, but then to go deeper into it, like on to the other sides of it, like that's crazy. I didn't especially at that time, like fresh out of high school or not fresh out of high school, but pretty maybe like four years out, something like
Okay,
that. You know what I
getting your
mean?
foot into adulthood, getting your foot in.
Yeah. Yeah, and you hear that, you're just like, dang, that's crazy. Like you were into that too? Like nobody else was into that. Everybody else you talked to, and we're from Victorville, you know what I'm saying? So nobody knew about anything like that. We had to reach out. Like
Hmm.
some of us have older siblings. I have an older brother that, like thankfully he was listening to that stuff too. So that's what, like Dilla and all that stuff. So I mean, she knew it. I was like, oh shoot. Let's hang out. let's go listen to some music. Let's go to some shows or something. Yeah, oh dope.
So, dude, like you making me reminisce because when I was with my girl that I met at VVC, after like basically I have my mom's Benz, and I was like, sometimes I get to use it and take it to school, right? So
Right.
I think I'm hot shot, but other days I'm just on the bus. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So,
yeah, I used to ride the bus too with the skateboard. Anyway, yeah, go
hey, dude,
ahead.
you got to do something, Victorville. It's hot as fuck, nigga. Them
Yeah,
blocks is long as shit.
to ride to the mall, ride to the mall on my skateboard and take the freaking mint green bus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I got my whip. Then yeah, all right, my bad.
Yeah,
Go
them
ahead. I got a
days
question
was.
after that though regarding your drive to school. Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, basically, what happened was it's like I got at her over a long ass time period, but skip past all that bullshit, that lovey dovey shit, romantic, but so now I'm talking to her, whatever. We like got a class together, and on the first day of class together, like we go to class, bop bop. Then we get out of class, and I'm headed to, where you go to where the bus stop is, and across the street was that parking, the little student parking.
Yeah, yes, I remember
So
that.
I'm walking right there, so I can go across the street, and I see her chilling on the stairs, and I'm like, "Oh, what you doing, blah blah?" She's like, "I'm waiting for the bus, blah blah," and I'm like, "Man, like, you was cool through class, like, you know what I'm saying, like." I got a car, like, you know what I'm saying? You want me to take you to the crib? Like, you ain't gonna catch the bus, you know what I'm saying? You just was cool. I just want to just stop kicking it with you. And so she was like,
That's what I'm just offering. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm just saying, like, because, man, talk before class, after class, did the whole little, and she was like, yeah, I'm down. So, boom, jump in the whip, then we leaving. I'm like, shit. Then we in the car, and then, like, she talking about the music she like. And what we bonded, our initial bond was T.I. Urban Legend album. And why it meant a lot was when I was 18, like living in San Bernardino, living in Colton with my cousin, me and my brother. And that's when I first worked at. My first job was a Walmart warehouse. I used to have to catch the 90, and that bus went on the freeway, the 10. They used to get on the 10, go to
Oh,
Ontario Mills, and I used to work at this Walmart warehouse over around the corner from that bitch. And so throughout that time, I used to use my mini disc, and my mini disc only had the Snoop album, T.I. Urban Legend. I only had like 3 albums on the little mini disc.
right. Okay.
And so when she said the T.I. album, I was just like, that was my look, like, what? Like, and she was like, and I'm a Laker fan, and I'm like, Lakers?
Yes.
She was like, Kobe, and I'm like, Kobe. And I was like, oh. And I still had my PSP at the time. And so I'm like, I'm gonna do something that I don't never really do for nobody else. And she was like, what? I'm like, I'm about to play you one of my songs. And then she was like, I'm like, yeah, because most people don't even know I rap. Like I've rapped before. Most people don't know about my music shit, like, because I don't tell them. I'm like, but you different. Like, hold up. Stop. To freeze his computer. Y'all can see the shit. Get us
I was
a new
like,
computer, motherfucker. That
I hope
should be
you hear
stuck
me.
just like,
I was like, oh look, he's smiling.
yeah. So yeah, I played one of them songs that I know that I came off on. Like, were the ones where you proud of.
Now listen to this one real quick.
Yeah. And so she was like, "You made that and all that, blah blah blah." Then with the El Pollo Loco, that was our like first date shit. But that moment, though, what I'm tripping off of is I wonder how many other producers I could ask this question to, or artists that I could ask this question to about their spouse and see what their first initial bond was. Like, I wonder, is it for most music heads? Is it music that is your initial thing to go, hey?
You set that up, huh? you set that up with a thought of, it's probably gonna be music 9 times out of 10. It's not,
I'm just asking questions, and then what gets discovered. But I'm tripping off that's a commonality.
well, I mean, I wanted to be deeper than what my first initial answer was, because my first initial one was just her looks. Like,
Well, yeah, no, that's given because
yeah.
we're dudes.
Oh yeah.
We're dudes, and I know
yeah.
but that's the reason why I asked the question the way I asked it, because I know even just by looks gonna make you look. That's a look. But that look you did when you said you listen to that too, that look is a different.
That's not a manly look. You don't do that. You don't do that all the time. you don't do that all the time. You just
No.
you stop it up. You stop it up.
It's like Charmin out this.
You're gonna get it. Yeah, you gotta get like you gotta get back.
Get back. Home Depot, lumberyard.
Lawnmowers.
Yeah, ratchet sets, fucking hammers.
Steaks.
Yeah, motherfucking beards and beard oil. Like, you know what I mean?
I can't do that. But yeah, I'll think about
one day.
One day when I'm older. When I'm a grown man, I'll get one of those.
But you did notice that. See, you do soften up. Because as a man, like, of course, any girl, like, we look, yeah, for sure. But that thing is that's an emotion and a look. You know, that was wrapped all into one.
I wonder if that feeling is a part of like, is a way to activate like your flow state. I mean, I've been reading that book, that Superman book.
You bought it?
Well, I got the audio book, so I listen to it when I come back home. I got it a while back, but I started listening to it because I just got out of reading that other one I was telling you about, the Never Split the Difference.
I don't remember that. Oh, negotiations.
The negotiation ones, yeah. Which is cool because that helps a lot because I do it instinctively now just by listening to that book. Things stood out to me. Anyway, yeah, so it's good. But that flow state thing's is pretty cool. And it's becoming pretty popular, a pretty popular subject now too. But it's crazy. Um, oh, let me retract a little bit. So when you're in your car, right? I have an album because you know how you had your mini disc, right? And you only had 3 albums. I used to burn CDs, the MP3 CDs, and have albums on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was like this distinct album I would listen to on the way to VVC. So every time I listen to this album, it reminds me of driving to VVC and Best Buy.
Mm.
So is there? I'll tell you mine afterwards. But what is yours like when you were driving in your mom's Benz,
Fucking
or
but
or even any car going
yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah,
driving
yeah.
to school?
But
Like,
yeah, on the PSP, because that same PSP got jacked out of my mom's Benz. They broke the window because
oh,
my dumb ass on Black Friday, you know, I parked on the side of the building. You remember the old building? I parked on the side of the
yeah,
building and the PSP was chilling in a fucking cup holder. I fucking went to work, worked my 12-hour shift, went back to the car at night, and boom, I see the fucking shit all busted. And I'm like,
yeah.
dumbass. But back in that time frame, every time I used to open up the PSP, I was listening to Bun B's Trill album. So my favorite song off that album was boom 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 boom. Smoke some, bitch. Yeah, man. Oh, I used to be in the library bumping that shit so hard on me on my little PSP, man.
That
Um,
was a PSP. Where's that?
PSP
Where's that?
days, man.
I had one. I sold it. It had the first B boy game that came out.
I didn't even know they had a B-boy game for that shit.
It was like the only B boy game. It was called B boy, and only B boys knew about it.
I bet. That's niche as fuck. I mean, what games did I have? I just had like GTA, shit like that.
Yeah,
B-boy.
yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
then
That's dope,
what
man.
is the what's it called on that? Yeah, it was pretty. My PSP was a glorified MP3 player, to be honest, because I couldn't walk and play games, so
Right.
I'm walking and bumping music. But then when I stopped, then I play a game. But then like anytime you stop, it was too inconvenient to really get into it. I'll play GTA on that bus like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Isn't that true about like handhelds like that? Like, I think that was my thing about it too. Like, I don't think I could have like a handheld that with a long game. It would
Yeah,
have to be like some short, like Street Fighter or something like that. Like you could play
straight to the
rounds
point.
and then put that
That's why
shit away.
people play Pokemon.
Yeah, it's kind of well, you go, you catch your little things, and then you can stop and save it. Like, yeah, I guess that's true
Just
too.
like GTA, because I'll go do a mission and I'm like, oh shit. And then got to go to class, get out of class, and it was 2 hours to the next class, do a mission,
Oh,
get
okay,
some
two
food.
hours. Okay, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. That's dope though. So you said Bun B, huh?
Bun
That's
B
that's
Trill album. Jazzy Faye had a song back then called, it was still T.I. Jazzy Faye and T.I., Lil Flip. It was a Lil Flip song he used to listen to. Like, I don't think that was the Spinners days. I think that was the other song. Because, you know, he was on that Riding Spinners remix.
oh shit, yeah.
Riding Spinners, Riding Spinners. It
I
don't
didn't listen
stop.
to him too much though, but I mean I know that song. The remix, yeah.
But Bun B, yeah, Bun B Trill album was like the first thing I loaded up every day when I used to grab that damn. And back in high school, one of my favorite tapes was Mystical's album. I used to bump that tape to school
Oh, for real?
every day.
Damn.
Then in junior high, my favorite tape was Redman's album, Doc's the Name 2000. So
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
man. Each level of school, I had an album I religiously listened to. Like I feel what you mean where you saying like it reminds you of school and all that shit. Like
Yeah. There's certain songs, yeah, that remind me of a different time period that I had when I was doing something, and different smells. So it smells. It's never what I see. It that makes me feel a certain way. It's always something that's like a smell or something I hear.
smell, at least studies say, smell is the number one trigger for memory. Like you know, you got all five senses and shit, and
Yeah.
like uh, music takes you back to a time. So sound, but smell definitely is the most potent because I can still think of my girlfriend's, my ex girlfriend's perfume to this day, homie. Like and thinking that and thinking, yeah, no, you ain't got to say that. And fucking, but yeah, exactly. Yeah, we went to Sammy Sosa. But yeah, man. Hold on, let me get another one in before I get too adjacent. What's the word? Tangent. Adjacent. Um,
It's all in the same line.
right.
Yeah.
With the gents. Um, fucking. At what point? All right, let me set it up again. Let me preface it. So in the same conversation when I was having with my cousin, we was talking about like, all right, boom, boom, that turning point where it's like, oh, she the one I want to give it, blah blah. Then there's another turning point, another pivotal moment that takes place where, dang, I wonder if each one of these moments you just get softened. That's deep to think about, like on that shit.
Yeah,
Each
of
pivotal
course.
moment, boom, 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 she touches your heart. That's why you get softened. Um,
Women breaks your walls down, or a significant other breaks your walls down. I should
vice
say.
versa, vice versa.
Yeah, yeah. Your significant other is supposed to do that.
Breaks down the barriers
Yeah.
because life makes us build them up. That's deep. But yeah, the other pivotal moment is when you know, like not no question, not no halfway, not no oh I gotta think about it, but the point where you know that you love them. It ain't no question. Nobody could tell you. Nobody could say nothing to you. You just know all the way through. Like nigga, ain't no like
First time that happened, or not the first time, but the only time. The time that
where you
happened.
just knew. Like it was the point of no return. Cause you know the like stage. We know the like stage. It's the hey, you look good, and then you find out the interest, blah. Then y'all go together and all that. And you don't hit the love stage right when you go together. But it's a portion of from the go together point to however serious y'all really get. And that point happens to where it's like, nigga, you know you love this girl. Like, you know that your days don't move right without her. You know that you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Spider-Man with the what's it called? With the symbiote. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Um. Well. Well. All right. So, let me start with for the first time. Well, the first time I knew that she wasn't bullshitting. I'm not. I'll start off with that. Was was
This turned to her.
not what between both of us. Like she wasn't bullshitting and I wasn't bullshitting. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah. Y'all
Let
both
me.
for
Yeah.
real.
Let me rephrase.
Yeah, I'm like, hold up, nigga.
Because man, I gotta protect myself too. I've been hurt. I've been hurt, man.
Keep it real in the field.
So yeah, you asking me the question?
Facts. You got the
Oh
flow.
no, so all right. So because of that, so we both been hurt, right?
Mm.
And people have been stupid, right? Well, I've been stupid too, but we didn't want to have no bullshit. So right when before we got together, we laid down the law. Like
Mm.
if you like, there's no bullshit, right? Like if you want to do this, uh then let's like if you want to be together, let's be together. And then if you want to not be together anymore, then just tell me. And then don't play any little games, whatever. Don't go behind my back. It's like if you just don't want, just let me know, and then that's it. Like be grown about it. You know what I mean? Because other people have have done that. You know, and it's so that's when it built because she agreed to that.
Mm.
But then it was like that whole time it felt like we were together for a long time. Like
Anyway, yeah.
so after that it felt like we'd only been together like 3 months or something like that. And then it already felt like we've been together for like 3 years or something like that.
Mm.
Just because our minds were already past the bullshit, like,
Mm.
oh, what if he doesn't do this or what if she doesn't do that? You know what I mean? Like, so that built, and then I think it was when like when my son was born. I think that was like the pivotal time because we have a kid. We had a kid. There was no more playing games anymore, right? Uh, yeah, that's crazy. And for those who have never had a kid before and are kind of disgusted about looking to see it happen, like watch your child be birthed out of the woman, I highly advise to watch it because that's like the best. It's crazy. Like if you break down just humanity itself, no religion, no nothing, like that's the start of life.
Mm.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, that was then. I think that was the when no, like no doubt. Yeah, for
Man.
sure. Maybe before, maybe a little before that too. When I found out, well, because when you find out that you're pregnant and stuff like that, then it's like you don't know what to expect because you don't have a kid yet. But then even afterwards, it's still getting used to. But you know that you have to. There's a different. You're not yourself no more.
Mm.
Basically, you're a unit. Like you're a part of something. And I always said like after that, like I was like if we like I would tell her we didn't get married till after our son was born, but we always talked about it like if we ever married, then I would never divorce, no matter what happened. Like because was I don't know like just too many divorces, you know what I mean, and nobody's working stuff out. And she had the same thing, and I was like, dang, all right, you know what I mean? Like that's basically what not basically what it was, but that is what it was.
Uh,
Oh, and my bad. And the album I
nah.
listened to driving to to college was Fantastic Volume 2, Slum Village.
Mm.
And I think it was older already by then, but that was just one I was just bumping just like over and over and over again. And then every time I play it, I think about driving to VVC or
What
doing
is
my
the SJ? What is that mess called?
no,
SJ.
to VVC, to Victor Valley.
Mm.
Yeah, that was before then. I went to San Joaquin Valley College, yeah,
Yeah.
in Rancho. When it was in Rancho at the time. Me and Creole used to ride down there. But yeah, Slum Village.
What was your favorite track off of there?
Ooh. Players, a 788. Deep. Just like
Mm.
Jake the Snake. That shit always hit me. I was like,
Mm.
DDT and like Jake the Snake. That shit's crazy. I want to DDT someone. Like,
Dude.
we're just talking about that today too. She's like, "Who's Jake the Snake?" We was driving. We went to Austin, and she was like, "Who's Jake the Snake?" I was like, "You don't know who Jake the Snake Roberts is?" Like, like he used to bring a snake into the ring, but his move was the DDT. She's like, "What does that stand for?" I was like, "I don't know. I just know you put your hand like this." What does it stand
The
for?
something death drop or something death drop something like that. Death drop something. I remember back when I was kicking it with Rojas a lot, like around 2007, 8, I think it was. We
Uh,
looked that shit up on a random to try to figure out what it was. But yeah, you can look that shit right now.
yeah, we got a
We got
computer.
computers around this bitch. Obviously, we own them.
What the hell is
Hey, in the meantime, man, in between time, I really thank you for that, man, because the the things I like to get is like remember I brought up time is you already know Freddie, like you know what I'm saying, Rojas. Like I know a lot of married niggas, like you know what I'm saying. And I like seeing that point because I'm a man, you know what I'm saying. I know how it was with my girl. I was with her for 7 years. I know the progressions, and so when I look at the things that made you go further, like I feel just uncovering that, hearing it from somebody that's out here doing it, like that's why we like talking about this producer shit. We don't like talking to motherfuckers that can't tell me, oh, I never put a delay on a track. I don't know what reverb is, but they trying to tell me what reverb to get. You know, that's the same way with relationships. It's like niggas try to tell you shit from relationships that they ain't even been in. You know, have you produced a successful relationship? No, well, you can't say shit. I'm talking to a nigga that's in a relationship. They doing this shit right now. They support each other. Like the shit is working. Like, you know what I mean? Nothing's perfect, but it's working way more than other motherfuckers. And so if we can get just a little piece of that insight on what that gestation, what that process looked like, I'm sure it's gonna be able to help. Like, remember how you said the flow state was a trend, like is more of a popular subject matter? We can
Yeah.
make this just itself make it popular. Like I can cut a clip out this bitch. Like that's the other thing that man, I was like, fuck. That's how you know it's teams. Because just getting the footage just like this, raw, and all right, an intro and an outro, and put the MP3 or what song you're gonna put in and make sure they timed out when you bring up the lower third and all that shit. That's one thing. But the other thing is to go through the footage and then cut out clips of good ass points, you know? Because the thing I figured out this past week was remember the dude Dorian I was telling you about and how he ran his True Support campaign and like with the Spotify playlist and all that, buy the album,
Oh
get
yeah,
put on
yeah.
Spotify
Okay.
playlist. So, and he was on a live earlier this week and he was saying like, man, basically he was like, y'all need to do what the fuck I did. And what the fuck I did, because you talk about how he went from 60,000, he's about like 40,000 on Instagram now. And then he only had like 1,000 YouTube subscribers. Then he just took all his YouTube, Instagram videos that he put up every day and put them bitches on YouTube. And he's giving us the same feedback. Like, y'all win because he was like, you want to know how I'm winning? Upload every fucking day. He said, YouTubers are stupid. Y'all only upload once a week. He was like, I'm already killing the game. He was like, I only been on this shit for 3 weeks and I'm already able to monetize because I got fucking 18,000 subscribers already. He's like,
Man.
but the only factor is because I'm putting up shit every day. So fuck that once a week shit. Put up shit every day. And he was like, when it comes to Instagram, put up shit every day. The whole thing is put up shit every day. He said, but this is what I did. He said, all I did was I went to other sites. He was like, I already watched these interviews anyway. And I go to other people's shit and I'm like, oh shit, this video did well. Well, let me see. Is there anything else in this same interview that was said that I feel that I know a little bit more about, that I can expand on a little bit more? That he was like, man, all I did was just take shit and remix it. Just take it and make it your own. He was like, look at my go through my profile. Look
That's
at
hip hop, man. Take
remix.
that shit. Yeah, take that shit and make it your own. That's in every hip hop element ever. Like everything. Everything. If you guys don't know about hip hop elements, there's such a thing.
Yes, there's a great book called fuck, I forgot what it's called. But the author, his name is Matt Mason. We got computers, shit. Matt Mason, yeah, Matt
Oh,
Mason.
DDT. Real quick, DDT stood for including Damien's Death Trap, Damien's Death Touch, Damien's Dinner Time. It was named after Jake the Snake's actual python. His name was Damien.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Drape, drop, takedown, drop down, town, and death drop technique. I
Yeah,
like death
see,
drop
I knew Def dropped something.
because there's a DD DVD, which is the Death Valley Driver. Remember that?
Is that the RVD?
Oh no, that's the other one, Randy Orton's one, right? No, no, no.
Rob Van Dam, I thought.
Oh, Van Dam. Oh, RVD. Yeah. What am I talking about? Stupid. Edit that.
Was he from? Oh, dude, you should see that one. I put that shit in there. He was like, edit that out. I was like, okay. I'll put it right in the front.
You said edit that, and you just left that.
Let me right in there. I put it in the front of the motherfucking shit. Cause like I like the way they start out with these like laughing shits, and then it goes to the little intro, and then we start talking about shit. Cause it's just like,
Yeah.
you know, it's a little precursor. But yeah, this shit is funny, man. Cause like he was all about
What?
You're like, oh, delete that. I kept that shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit, I'm ridiculous, man.
No, that's cool, brother. Hey, do whatever you need to do to make this shit hot so we can buy some more computers.
Hey, facts. Fucking donate to the motherfucking cause, man. We fucking producers out here. We're not struggling artists. We're fucking.
No,
we
we are regular artists.
regular artists creating a wave. Support the wave. Damn. Nah, good shit. I don't even remember what the fuck. Yo, we went to DDT and then it was something
what was
else.
before that? Well, you were saying some before. You said look up. Oh, you said you were looking
Matt
up something.
Mason, Matt Mason, because hip hop is a good book by Matt Mason. I think it's called like The Art of the Remix or something to that effect. The
Ooh.
Birth of the Remix, Matt Mason. It's a yellow book. I think it's
Ooh,
like The Art of the Remix.
Pirate's Dilemma. That's not it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Is
That
it?
is it. That is it. It's yellow, right?
The Pirate's Dilemma. Is it really?
It's yellow, right?
Yeah, it's yellow.
Yeah.
Youth culture is reinventing capitalism.
Boom.
What?
So he goes through in the beginning and tells you about like how he's basically telling you about subcultures, right? Because he tells you about punk, and like the UK and like the rebel movement and all that. But then he brings it over and tells you about the history of hip hop and talks about, come from Jamaica and then New York, Sedgwick Avenue, fucking Cool Herc.
Legendary.
Yeah, he goes into the
Cool
Cool
Herc.
Herc shit, like Grandmaster Flash and all that. And in that chapter, when they first start talking about it, there's a like when you open up to that chapter, there's a picture of what's that bitch called on the side where you put money in the park? Parking meter. There's a picture of a parking meter, and it's showing like different colors, and basically he tells you about the history of like where they had some little thing where they was like painting the parking meter or something, like just remix. Like you took a parking meter and you painted it and blah blah blah. But yeah, that shit was a great ass book to tell you about the history of hip hop. And when you talk about hip hop elements like graffiti, b-boying, motherfucking wordsmithing, and
DJ.
and DJing. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So it goes through that, and so it was so cool. And the reason why I know about that damn book is because Young Guru, shout out to fucking Young Guru,
Shout out to Young Guru.
motherfucking one of the dopest engineers in the game. I don't understand how he ain't got no damn Grammy. Why is he only just Grammy nominated? I don't understand that after all these years. But
Well, that's a different thing. I guess we can talk about. Like, anyway, yeah. So he recommended this book. Shout
he
out to you.
recommended that book, Guru. And then around that time where he recommended that book, that show came out on Netflix called The Get Down.
Yeah.
Which was pretty much parallel with what the fuck dude was talking about. So you had a visual to what, like if you was reading that book and then you was watching that at the same time, it's like, like it was pretty dope to do it like that. But yeah, hip hop elements, man. Take it and make it your own. That was the whole point I was talking about this shit. Remix. And so that book with The Pirate's Dilemma, and I had read two other books, which I actually got chilling over there, but it's by Austin Kleon, which is called Still Like an Artist. And the second book he came out with was called Show Your Work.
Show Your Okay. I heard about Still Like an Artist. That's I used to have that in the queue. I deleted it and forgot about the name of it. Still Like an Artist.
That shit was dope. Reason why I like that book is, and they both small ass books, so you could read them in a day kind of thing. But in Still Like an Artist, there's a chapter in there where they talk about remix, but he takes your remix on steroids. He say, man, nothing's new under the sun, basically. Everything is like a derivation of something else. And what you should do, and this is kind of similar to like the little RZA Meditate series that he got on Spotify. I think it's like Tuesdays meditation where he tells you about take yourself to Inspiration Island.
Inspiration.
Just imagine on this Inspiration Island that all of your heroes live on this island. You can get advice from them from any time. And whoever dead or alive live on this island, you can always go visit and get advice from. Imagine who's on your island where you can always go get advice from that's going to help you in your life. Now breathe.
Is that really? I have never heard that.
You ever heard it?
Oh, that shit sounds funny though.
Yeah, dude.
Go drink some. He have like a Tivana thing going too. Like he has like a tea thing too, right?
Like tea sponsorship?
Yeah.
Oh, it is like a Tazo?
Tazo, yeah.
I think it's Tazo or something. Yeah.
Tazo. Yeah.
Dude, look that shit up, homie. It's only like what his meditation is probably like 5 to 7 minutes, if that. But I think that one is from like either Tuesday or Wednesday. I thought he had it like running like multiple, but it's just basically like a 1 week thing, and then you just listen to him on each day that's given to it. You know.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
like he made Monday through fucking Sunday, but then like what's today, Saturday? So that then you go to the Sunday one, like you know. But the one I'm talking about is either the Tuesday or the Wednesday one, where he talks about that inspiration out. Because I sat there and I was meditating, nigga, and I'm listening, and I'm trying not to like lose focus because it's like it's
Is
his
it for-
voice, yeah, it's so distinct, like you know. And
I
he's
heard
got,
that before though. I heard that about going was it about going like reading books because you could go back and visit the teachings of the people who have passed already. They all their whole like personality or whatever is in the books.
facts.
Heard about that before, but I don't know where that was from.
Somebody said most of my friends are dead, and they was talking about the books. They was like, "I'm finna go kick it with the homie. What's it called? Because you got they book. Like that's your homie because you know how they think through the book."
Right. Yeah.
And that's another thing about fingerprints. Like you can't. They said, God can't create nothing without his fingerprint on it, which means that Ed can't create nothing without his fingerprint on it. So it'd be like, hey, Ed, we need you to make a scary sounding Halloween beat. It's like, okay, cool. So then you make the beat, and then it's gonna come out something that you can't make it not be an Ed thumbprint on there. Your thumbprint is a given. You can't make it because you're not somebody else. You know what I mean?
Right. You can't. Yeah, you can't recreate that for sure either. Right. I don't think I. I don't think I could ever recreate a beat to the T. Like it's always going to be something different about it. Even if I use the same everything.
And that's what I was thinking about. Was that earlier today? Yeah, it's earlier today. It's 12:36, so it's now yesterday. But
Ooh, it's
uh,
12. Oh
yeah,
yeah. No, you good.
we had an hour and 12 minutes. When I was
Oh,
watching your cook up, don't stop running. Um,
thank you. By the way, I like that post that you put up. I appreciate that.
hey man, we out here, man. Each one teach one. We help us one to another. Um, why was I bringing that up though? You was saying something that made me bring that up.
I
Oh,
said,
because you was talking about I think it was along the lines of starting out something, but then it's going to turn into something. I think you said that's what.
you can't recreate.
There you go, recreate. There you go.
Can't recreate it.
Because even though you start out your tracks the same way, you still don't recreate the same track.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I was like, and you're talking about you're listening to the my latest chop section, or yeah, the chop section. The don't stop running.
yeah, but I didn't watch the one before that because I think the one before that was the one where I commented on the Instagram when I said the roly polies. That's that one, right? So I need to
Yeah,
watch that one.
yeah. I did this other one with roly polies too,
Yeah,
and then
but I heard you in the thing. I heard you. You was like, oh man, might as well practice. You used to say, well, I'm like, yeah, nigga. I'm like, nigga. Continuity, baby. This is continuity.
oh yeah, that's only 2 episodes. I might do it again in this next episode. You know what, man? I think I'm feeling really comfortable in this 70 like 72,
Yeah, 73.
73 yeah, it was at 73, 73, 76. I think is I'm really comfortable in there right now. And that could be I even made like a lo-fi beat at 70, yeah, 73, 76 because you go halftime and then I like that shit. I got this beat that I was just playing was in halftime. This one here, this right, halftime, and I can switch it over. Yeah, man. Like a Kanye West it. Yeah, my bad.
That's the thing I was tripping off of too, because I was trying to put when I was putting in the hashtags for the video earlier, I'm like, all right, what's hashtags that I could put in? Because look, this is the thing now that I've noticed that I want to make sure that's prevalent in the show that I've seen is that we're both producers, but we're producers with different goals and we got different styles. And it's
Right.
like, I want it to be clear as fuck what your goal is so then everybody can. Because this is another thing I wanted to say too that I know I got to do, and I'm going to let you know so you can do it too, is that you got to tell people what you want them to do. Like, I noticed how you did it. Yeah, it was this past one, the Don't Stop Running one, where this time when you posted in your story, you had to hit the link in the bio, bop bop. Like you added more. Like the first, I remember because we've been on this journey. I see it.
Yeah.
I remember when you first added the gifts and the little stickers where it say, "Hey, new YouTube video." I remember when that first got added, and now we're at the point where you got words in that bitch. Like, "Hey, hit the link in the bio, bop 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 bop." Because that's the thing. Like, we got to spell this shit out, like clear as day.
Yeah, they won't know unless you tell them, right? And it has to
Facts.
be specific. Yeah. Go buy my beats here now. For whatever reason, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, you have to spell it out, right? They won't
Spell
know
it
unless
out.
you tell them.
And what I like what you did, because what it feels like is it's kind of like a movie trailer. Like because on the last one that you did, when you got to the end of it, you was like, oh man, this is what I liked about it too. Like there's 3 moments I feel out of that 1 hour video that you should have separate Instagram videos of, to be honest. Like I like the snippet because we're both doing, hey, here's a snippet, go look at the full shit on YouTube.
Right.
But if they're not looking at that full video on YouTube, there's still gems in that video that motherfuckers will gravitate to, even if they just watch 5 seconds of this piece. The part where you at the end where you go, ooh, and then like you had your hands up, you was like, and I was like, yeah, nigga, because I'm over here like I'm looking at it like, yeah, and then you said, because I'm in my bag, and like just to hear that, to hear somebody acknowledge that they're in their specialty, they're in their flow state, they're in the portion where they feel the best, they're in the portion where their level of ability is right at the point of stretching, but they're comfortable at what they can accomplish. You know what I mean? And so when you say, I'm in my bag, like you said it in a certain way, you was looking a certain way, you couldn't help but smile. You couldn't help but hear it and go, like,
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh yeah. I love that feeling, man. That's great.
that feeling got to get translated. That feeling got to get shot out like a message because the purpose of earlier you asking them questions is that that's why I said I'm like the connectors are connecting because Geminis were connectors, blah blah. But like that point when we got that picture and we shaking hands and shit, it's like all right, you got 2 people that are connectors, and these connectors are connecting. We already connecting other people by just because we're connectors, but now you got the connectors connecting,
Right.
and when the connectors connect, we're gonna bring more connections, but just like how I want you to spell it out. Because this is what I was noticing. I'm like, okay, for us to get our own, so it could say youtube.com/NappooBeats, youtube.com/my name Boris, we got to have 100 subscribers. So it's like, just take people along the process with us. Hey, boom, boom. This like each time you release a chop section, add in there, hey, I'm at 14 subscribers, boom, boom. We're trying to get to that 100 so we can get our own name, bop, bop, boom. And even if, because this is what I'm noticing from the stream world, what I'm doing is I'm merging all the worlds that I've been a part of and taking all the best practices and trying to put them in to one little pot and stir that bitch up and let that shit be a successful cake. And it's like, if we can be on purpose and say, hey, we need this much to get to this, and this is how you can help. Boom. Bop, bop, bop. It's simple as fuck. It's a call to action. This is how you can help. It only takes 3 minutes of your time. And then you could show them on a story video or even post that same video to your feed of walking through. Because this is what I want people to know. Like, that's why when I was typing the hashtag, I was trying to be on point. Like, okay, instrumental, rap, rapper, hip hop, fucking East Coast. I feel that's an East Coast flow track, in my opinion. Like it's gritty, you know. Like I should have put Kanye West. Like when you listen, because it was episode 2, I think we was talking about like favorite Kanye West tracks and shit like that. We was talking
Yeah.
about the snares doing a little, you know, we was talking about all kind of shit. Then right now you bumping into some shit where it's like he was like, then you even reference Kanye again, and it's like okay. This is the kind of beats that Ed makes. This is what the purpose is, and this is what he's trying to do. Then, what way is he marketing this message? What way do everybody know this message on purpose? Like, I'm taking the shit that made me successful as a computer and geek squad supervisor, where I can get 17 people to understand what the mission is, and then we all gonna run with the mission because we all know what the mission is, and we all know what we're supposed to do to get to the mission. So now when we bring in other people that don't know the mission, it's easy because we can just tell them what the mission is and we give them the actionables. So boom, hey, what's the mission? Ed wants to sell. He want to be a top online motherfucking B seller, man. So okay, well, what's the channel that he can receive that dream? Okay, what channel did he open up for the? And that's funny when you hear the word channel, because channel, water, flow, boom, 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 right?
Yeah.
Something to open up, allow the flow. So if you need to receive the love back from giving value, you giving value in the form of your creativity by creating these beats, by learning the knowledge that it take to boom, boom. You've been scoped in that. Now, beat stars, and then soon to come website soon to come.
Yeah. For sure.
But until then,
Yeah.
we gonna lead them in a direction. Boom. The direction is buy my beats. You said it in. I think you said it in this last one. He's like, I know I've been putting out a lot of these beats, but I want y'all to get on them. Boom, boom. But I'm gonna have them up on the site pretty soon. Whoop to whoop. So it's like, okay, each time you make a post, the campaign is support my beat stars, buy a beat. Support my beat stars, buy a beat. Listen to my latest cook up. You fuck with it, go buy my beat. Like give them a conveyor belt. Like give the whole shit a conveyor belt. So that way, each time you putting something on the tray, it's still feeding the whole system, the whole thing. And so it's
Okay.
like, because you got the consistency part down. Like that's no question. But like the more you do, the more we gonna get more out of the people. And this notion that I came up with last week was, I think I was watching Infinite Waters video, and he said, because I've been trying to get clear on ways to monetize your talent, right? Like we grow up, we don't know what we're talented in, and we get stifled on our imagination. Then you become an adult, you try to figure out who you are. Then as you're figuring out who you are, they say, oh, well, think about who you was as a kid and what you used to like to do. Think about the shit you used to like to do before you took on the doubts and personalities of everybody else who said, oh, don't do this, and this shouldn't be the way you live life, you know? Live it the way you, and you figure out what that is for you. Um, Fuck, I forgot the point I was making. Damn it. And I'm not even high right now. Ah.
No, it's good. You're good. No, you got some gems though. Like you're talking about ways to monetize because that's the thing. Like you don't know where you're gonna, you don't know how you're gonna do something. Like you said, I have the like me and you, we have the consistency thing down. Now what? You know how? What's the way to monetize? I was thinking about that too. Like the beats that I'm making, how come I'm not putting it into BeatStars, like which I should be because that's what they're listening to. You know what I mean? Like, and it should be on the way, and I should be putting out more projects on Spotify just to show my, just to have something on there to listen to, and that's another way to monetize too through the listens. And damn, I don't need to get work this other job. you
Yeah,
know?
and that's what I'm saying. And it's all gonna feed each other. It's like, okay, well, you make the beat on, because that's the thing. It's like, okay, one action, how many things can you extract from it? So your one cook-up section, I mean, your one chop section can give you enough posts for, yeah, you're gonna post on Monday, but these little clips is my 5 posts throughout the week. So I can say I posted once every day. And all it is just little chops from the chop section. So now I got 5, instead of once a week content, I got 5 days plus my once a week that I always do. So now we gotta, because it's the thing that he said. He said, in order to receive abundance, you have to operate in the realm of equivalent exchange. Nothing in this world is free, right? You got to sacrifice to get, and blah blah, right? The woman goes through the pain and delivers something beautiful. We in our life we go through pain and we get something beautiful. So it's like if we want abundance, then we got to operate from abundance. And if we and remember how last week when I was talking about, okay, you want your Instagram to grow, put out more shit. You want your B stars to grow, put out more shit on your B stars, and you ain't in business unless you're marketing your business. Like the part that when we come into this artistry is that we want to come in as artists and there's a hat because other people are part of teams, and that team, that part that is needed is marketing, because you ain't got no business if people don't know about it. And it's like, but we don't want to wear that hat because it kind of feels unclean, it feels too capitalistic. We just want to be artists, and feel free. But
Spirited artists, yeah.
yeah, but we're comparing ourselves and looking at people who are free spirited artists, but got still people on the team to do that dirty work that is needed to get done, is needed. So when I look at it, I'm like, okay, let's get clear. My boy makes dope beats. He's consistent at putting it out every Monday. Every Friday, to the point where he even forgets what time it is and put that bitch out early on Thursdays when it's still West Coast.
It's 12 o'clock Central. Like, let me get that clear real quick. Hey, this is for the benefits of people that are on the West Coast, so it's all good.
Yeah, hey, we out here.
Beneficial. It's like those midnight releases when the new Call of Duty comes out. It's 12 o'clock in New York. It's what is it? It's 11 o'clock here in Texas, and then it's what is it? 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock out in in LA or whatever. Yeah, man.
I'll just fucking with you.
Let me explain myself. No, let me. The thing I was thinking about, like the marketing thing too. It's crazy because like if we have to do this. Like I was telling Machete, I was telling Louis earlier. I was like, what is it? I was telling him, I was like, because before you hire somebody to do something, right, you got to understand what it is that you need to be done for you, what it is you need to have done for you, and before you spend that $2,000 a month, you know what I mean, or whatever, how much you're going to spend. I mean, that's pretty adequate for for what you're trying to do, to get that equivalent exchange back, right? Yeah, at least you'll know what you need to have done, specifically for what you want to do. Like for me, it's to sell beats online, and and for you want to with yours, you want it to be through your artistry, right? Through Spotify, or do you want to do it through like how we're doing it here? Oh, it's a lot of stuff, huh?
Yeah, because I want to make sure I'm clear. That way we clear. Is yeah, hands up, don't shoot.
Oh,
I know, right? Fucking but not clear. So I'm clear on my shit. I want to be a producer that. And that was funny because damn Curtis came out with that damn video and said, I don't know who need to hear this, but. And I'm like, damn, I did need to hear that. Where he said, like, life is short. Because the health shit I've been going through, homie. Like, and like, I ain't going to, like, I can't pull no punches and not say that every time when I wake up, I really am thankful because, like, every time when I close them eyes, homie, like, based off how shit be going, homie, like, you think the worst. You feel me? Like, because it ain't like I ain't got no reason to think the worst. It'd be different if I was just normal life. I wouldn't be thinking shit. But like when you dealing with all the shit you're dealing with, man, you can't help but get them kind of thoughts, homie. Producer thoughts.
Yeah, we're out here. We do this every Sunday.
We do this every week, motherfucker.
Every week.
Every fucking week.
And we release it on Sunday, I should say. We do this shit
but we do this shit every week. This shit comes out every Sunday on video. And the audios, we got our Podbean, bitch. So we gonna be on Spotify, iTunes, and motherfucking everywhere you get podcast shit.
Please, yeah. Oh, and Louis were talking about it too. As much as I don't want to, or as much as we should do it. I'm gonna get on TikTok and do these producer things on TikTok. Because why not? Algorithms they're hitting right. So,
and it ain't going nowhere. So might as well.
All right. It stood that little test of time for that time frame. They said they were gonna not have it. So, I mean, people are doing it. I want to get a truck from Ocean Spray. You know what I'm saying?
Get what?
I'm trying to get a truck from Ocean Spray. You know, talking like that dude.
Oh, he got a truck.
He got a truck, bro.
Damn.
Shout out to him. I forgot his. his handle.
Dogface, Dogface.
Dog
Shout out to
bit. Yeah.
Dogface. I'm inspired by Dogface because you know that one dude who pisses me off. I'm not even gonna give him no fucking publicity on our damn podcast. But you see him on mostly every Instagram post where he says some bullshit like, is anybody else high right now? Or like it's the same dude that say that same shit all the time. And so now lately when you see the dog face pictures, this same guy says, I still don't understand how he's so viral or how he's so trending. And I'm like, damn, nigga, like, quit hating. Nigga, you already famous. Like, why you hating on this nigga? Like, this nigga just went famous overnight. I think that nigga like Dogface got like 2 million followers on Instagram. He went famous overnight. And that's what still ties into what Curtis was talking about. He said, hey, everything can fucking happen in a split second. Life ain't promised. And if you got an idea that you've been thinking about executing it, just fucking do it. And I'm like, fuck, nigga, how many fucking weeks? We had 7 fucking weeks on this shit. And fucking Dark Day still ain't came out. And I told more than 5 people the damn idea now. So it's like 5 people know that Tim one day is gonna start just talking about depression all of a sudden in front of everybody, and it's gonna be fucking. Hey,
What do you need? What else do you need for it to be dropped? Like, do you just need some album artwork?
I got everything in place, homie. The album artwork's done. The album is sequenced. The album is mixed and mastered.
Do you want to do a rollout for it, or you just want to drop it?
I just want to drop it because I don't want the responsibility. But
Just
I
do it.
feel I know. Look,
Do it on air. Do it on air. Like right now.
Just do it on air right now. Play out 39 minutes.
Oh yeah, you're still doing the YouTube. Is it still uploading the YouTube videos? The
58 gigs? Let me hold up. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check and see where we at. Cause dude, this is the funny part. This is real life, motherfucking podcast world, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
shout out to Rock Lee right there. Shout out to Rock Lee. Guy Sensei is crazy.
39%. Let's go.
Okay. We almost to halfway.
Right? 39%. So there we go on that. And we had 12 o'clock, 39%. So what, probably 1, 2, 3. Maybe, 1. Maybe 2 o'clock. Maybe 2 o'clock, 2:30. That want to be done. And I can upload that, and then 5 and 6 in the morning, and then boom, boom, boom. And then 7. This is 8?
Yeah, I think. Oh, well, 7 or 8. 8.
If I got 6 episodes dropping, and 1 I didn't take from this computer, this is 8.
Oh shoot!
Because I didn't take last week's and put it on my hard drive yet. It's still on this computer. So if we got 6 over there. No, this is 7.
8. This is 7. Yeah,
this is 7. I got 5 over there. 6 is still on here. So this is 6 and 7. 6 is still on the computer, and we're doing this is 7. Hey, 7.
That's 50 days. That's 50 days of us doing this already. 50 days. Right? 49 days? 7 times 7. That's 7 weeks. 7 weeks, 7 episodes. That's 49.
Ooh,
50 days. 50 days, yeah.
50 fucking days. See, I keep forgetting to get the damn shit.
Oh, I have it right here.
You got them?
No, I have a machine right here, and I could as easily do it here too.
Hey, we're gonna get there. But damn, 50 days. Let's go, bitch.
Yeah,
we out here.
Days. Man, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, we've been doing this for a while. Like, it hit me too when because I have my my tracks that I make on Chop Section, the exported ones that I did do, they're all on my phone now. So when I go in my car, it automatically syncs to Bluetooth and it plays iTunes or Apple Music, whatever, right away. And I was sitting there one time, I was listening through all my beats that I've made recently. And I was like, man, last year I didn't even make a third of the beats that I made within like 3 months, 2 months, 2 months, 1 month, even 2 months. I was like, dang, this is crazy. And you could hear the different styles that I'm like accumulating. And it's just like, oh shoot, I fused this shit together. Oh shit, what the hell? Oh dang, I need to do more work on this one. And then it's like you listen to I'm listening to it. I'm just like, man, this is freaking nuts. Like you can't do it. Like you can't do it if you just do it.
You can do it if you just do it.
You just do it. Just yeah, it's as simple as that. Like if you can do it, just do it, and then you'll see like you'll reap the rewards from it. Like it could be like a life lesson learned, or just the regular lessons learned, or it could even monetize. It can make you money. So it's just like it's crazy. And I don't know. Have you heard? I just my brother hit me up. He was like, "Did you listen to the new Benny album yet?
Mm.
Benny the Butcher album?" And Hit Boy produced it, right? Or I think he produced all of it. Well, most of it anyway. Him, and then there's another cat on there. Are you familiar with Jansport J, the producer Jansport J?
I heard his name because the interview with Eloquent.
So, homies, those two cats are from IE. So
Who,
that
Eloquent?
no Jansport J. I don't know
Curtis,
about
Curtis was talking about Jansport J in
yeah.
that interview with Eloquent.
Oh, so he was. Oh, okay, yeah. So I remember them way back, like at Common Ground, like when it first started, and they would do like that's when Curtis King was part of like Black Cloud with Noah and them over there, and I remember Jansport J there, remember all these people over there doing their thing. I used to be like, oh shit, what's up? We'll be in the same like crowd. We say what's up to each other. You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh, and then to hear him on the freaking Benny album, like that's crazy. And it's a beat similar to what I can make. Like I was just like, oh shit, like, and it's just like, man, these dudes like we hung out with them. You know what I mean? Like and like we like my people know their know
Yeah,
them.
it's
And
not far removed.
it's not far removed, no. And it's just like, man, I was just sitting there, and I was with my wife. I was like, yo, like that's crazy. I was like, I give myself 10 years to be rich, like, and not
Yeah,
rich, rich,
that's giving it leeway like a motherfucker too.
yeah, rich with money, but rich with like what I want to do because I'm for sure like depressed. I don't want to be working what I'm working right now. It's depressing. Like
Mm,
it's just like you're there every day. You don't want to do that shit, So you just have to do it because it's a paycheck. You need to support your family. Like I got to support my family.
mm.
Part ways. You know what I mean? I got to help. But yeah, like listening to that, it gives you hope. Like that, people like that, especially the way music is now. Anybody can come up now. It's not like it's not singled out to people because of the record labels. You could be your own person and make whatever you want to do. Like it's feasible for sure. Like and I say 10 years just because 10 years is like at the rate that we're moving right now, and we're gonna like double triple whatever our output or whatever we're doing right now, which it seems like we're doing. Like just gauging by the way we're moving, like if we don't stop and we keep like pushing each other, it's gonna be like, imagine in 10 years when you can do that. And we're documenting this experience, so hopefully this'll like freak. And when we do make it, like to where we want to be in our own
Go
life.
back to this video,
Go back to
motherfuckers.
this video. Yeah, oh, you scared me.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh, my heart, my heart. No, yeah, like, gee, like, come on, like it's, and because you see up to these people, like Jansport, I looked to him because I looked up to him because he was dope at beats. Like I still made beats too, but like he's talented. Like even Hit Boy's talented. Curtis is
Mhm.
talented. And I saw them grow. I
Hmm.
saw them. I saw it. Like I was there. Like physically, I saw that shit. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like it's crazy. And then you always hear like Noah, like Big Noah's like, yo, he's a IE's is gonna be put on the map. He's a watch. He used to always say that shit. He's a watch. He's a watch this shit. It's not gonna be all them LA dudes all the time anymore. Like, they're gonna come over here. We got our own shit. Like our own shit is here,
Hmm.
and we're gonna be freaking, and it is like like producers from where we're from the IE, they're coming up and they're getting these big, oh my bad, these big name I had it on the keyboard. The keyboard's on. Yeah. So it's just inspiring. So it inspired me. I hope it inspires anybody else that's like listening, because we're all gonna do it together. You know what I mean? It's as much as I want to get like a placement, it's gonna happen for it's gonna happen for everybody. It can happen for you. Like just gotta keep going. Like got to keep putting your stuff out. You got just let people know that you're out there, and people will listen because they know that you're there.
Point blank, and keep
But
showing up.
it keeps showing up, but it's hard. Like, don't tell
Oh
me
yeah, yeah.
it's not easy.
That part don't come out of that.
No, I started a campaign, a small campaign on Instagram for that post, for the post from my last shop section,
Okay.
just to see how it'll do. I spent what is it? It's recommended like $6 a day or something like that. But I did it for 3 days. I spent $10. I spent $11. So I spent $11 a day for 3 days. So I spent $33.
Hey,
Hopefully, it was doing for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right? Because that's when people are off. That's when people will look at their phones more often, right?
fuck
So
with it.
it's showing some benefits. Like a lot of people are liking it. You know what I mean? As long, but my thing is that I want to see how I should promote it because it gives you a listing on where you want to promote it. Like where do you want it to be focused at?
Oh,
So
okay.
I did LA. I did LA. I did Houston. I did New York. Did Tokyo, Berlin, and I think England.
Are you limited? Like you?
Philippines. No, you can do a lot.
Okay.
You can do as many as you want, but
You
I,
chose those.
I chose those ones. But like that, my thing is I want to see if I put too many places, if it gets stretched out too thin, like how many people are actually going to be seeing it. You know what I mean? For how many amount of time that they do it, I don't know how it works. But next time when I do it, I'm gonna try to do all right. Let me try to do West Coast for 3 days. Let's do what all up and down West Coast, or just one sit, like one area there, or maybe two. So I don't know if it'll hit better that way or hits better in a broad sense. I don't know. Have you tried any of that before? The
Nope. And that's why I'm
Instagram.
so glad you're talking about it.
Yeah, I did it before. It gets you likes for sure, and then it shows you people that click the link. Well, look at my page, blah blah blah, and then yeah, it shows the impressions and how many, all the analytics. So, but
Hmm.
I want to see. I want to see what happens. I mean, if it ends up working, I don't mind diving in. Few hundred. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
so I gotta
that's
save up.
and that's the point. Yeah. So what's the dude name? Dorian. Dorian is always talking about Facebook ads and how effective they are. And he said, he was like, some of y'all here because y'all watch one of my ads. He was like, y'all here because I made y'all watch one of my ads because I targeted you. I was like, damn. He was like, I got people that look at, if you search these terms, target people that are like this or similar profiles. He was like, basically, this shit got like profiles and people that listen to music like this, and I'm like, and that's what I was trying to do with the hashtags. Okay, like backpackers, hip hop head, like music heads, like you know what I mean, gritty beats,
Right.
like, because what style would you? If you had to genreize, if you put in a hashtag to represent a genre of Griselda beats, what would you put?
Yeah, um, grimy, gritty, like you're saying. Slow tempo or
Hmm.
like a bar centric. That's a cool one, right?
I never heard that one.
I don't know. Well, I'm just saying, like people that would spit like good bars on them.
Hmm.
So it's like
Bar
kind of
centric, like
focuses on
photogenic, bar centric.
it. Yeah, bar centric. That's a I made that word up. I don't know if it's already made, but that's cool. Don't I'm gonna copyright that. Don't take that.
No shit, no shit.
No shit.
Nappoo,
Well,
nappoo.
I don't know if anybody else came with that. I mean, don't laugh at me if somebody else had it
Fuck
and it's
that.
popular. I
It's
don't.
his. It's his. 1018. It's his. I don't care what nobody say.
My
Um,
man's copyright. Get that mailed back to me via post office.
hey, this shit is a timestamp.
Yep, this sure is. I'm gonna put this on a burnt CD and then mail that shit to myself. Watch, I got proof right here. It's
I got
filed.
proof. It's filed. Now give me a CD player. Y'all ain't got no CD player, this bitch. Who got a CD player?
Give me a tape deck. I got it. Watch.
I was looking at my fucking thing because, like, you know, deciding on getting or this is the way manifestation works for me. At least how it has worked in my life. Because right now, I definitely ain't got no money for a fucking Mac Mini. But I know I'm going to end up getting a Mac Mini. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen to transpire to get it. But one day, I'm going to be sitting right here. There's going to be a Mac Mini right here doing the damn shit. So I can be doing my thing on the keys over here. And
Oh
I
yeah.
was sitting there looking at the specs of shit because I was going to debate on instead of buying the Mac Mini, buy a, like, hooked up ass, like, regular Windows desktop and then Hackintosh that bitch. Like,
Oh yeah.
so I
I
feel
don't
like,
know how to do that.
huh?
I don't know how to do that, but I would like to know.
Yeah. And then there's plenty of resources available. And plus, you know, we can figure shit out. But
Yeah. Hackintosh.
yeah, Hackintosh that bitch. Cause that way you still getting the same specs. Like they charge you, like when I was looking at the spec for spec, just because it's the Apple name and how compact and all that shit, like you paying like pretty much $700 for the name and everything else. Because if you get the same specs and everything else, you can find something for $700 cheaper, which is the same specs or even probably better processor, still 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and then the hard drive is a wash. But the thing that I've learned, because when I was searching for the Mac Mini, you know how the Mac Mini only come with like a little bitch ass Intel HD 630 graphics card and shit.
I'm on one right now. 2014, I believe, is my
Okay. So
Mac
that's what's
Mini.
up. That's still better than the 2011 I was looking at earlier today.
Yeah, you know, it'll maybe when I upgrade, I'll let you know when if you want to use this, or I might use it as a streaming thing. I don't know. We'll see.
What
You
was I
said
looking
it.
at shit? I
You
forgot.
know somebody who has a Mac Mini and who's looking to upgrade. So I might,
Yeah.
you know, I'm
Never
just saying.
know.
You never know. Maybe
Um, what the fuck was I saying right before that though?
Hackintosh.
Hackintosh. Yeah. So spec for spec. Um,
You said that it was like $700
hard
cheaper.
drive. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Graphics card.
That's right.
Graphics
Yeah.
card. So you can get what is called a breakaway box, which is basically like an external box to hold a graphics card in. So even though you got a small ass desktop that can't fit a big ass graphics card in there, you can buy this separate box and put the graphics card in that bitch, and then that shit hooks to your computer through either Thunderbolt or USB 3.0 and blah blah blah. So now
Oh,
your little ass computer has this dope ass graphics card, and you didn't have to break it open and try to figure it in. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
that's how people use Mac Minis as their workhorse video editing machine. Because even though it got the little bitch ass HD 630 graphics card, you can put a real ass 6 gigs DDR6 or whatever the fuck, 8 gigs DDR6 actual graphics card and connect it to your shit. So then it runs off that shit. It's fucking dope, man. I've been figuring out all
What?
kinds of shit.
So I could upgrade this shit like that?
You can get it. Yes, you can. It's called, you can look up Sonnet, Sonnet, and then breakaway box. I think it was like $244. And then you still got to buy the graphics card. But that breakaway box includes the power supply. That power supply is like usually like either a 550, I think it is.
Box
Right?
5. Yep, that's what it says.
Boom. So 550 watt power supply built in. And then you just get any graphics card that works with a fucking 550 power supply. So now your computer's still the same computer. So the processor is the same, RAM and all that. But when it
Yeah.
comes to graphics, that shit is like a base because you made it so.
Okay.
So that's why I say I don't know, because I don't know if you hurting in the processing world versus the
I heard it.
graphics world.
I need the processing.
Yeah. Because what kind of processor is in that bitch now? i3, i5,
Let me
about
see.
this Mac.
Yeah. System. I'm checking it out. See what they can tell me. Processor i5.
i5, okay. That ain't bad.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Not too bad.
at least you ain't just Intel Core 2 Duo. That's what my Mac Mini was. Intel Core 2 Duo.
I had the older ones from they're giving it away at that other spot in Pasadena I was working at because they're moving. It was some old ass the white ones. I forgot. I forgot which ones were those.
Damn.
Those were still when like they had like the Mac
Power books in that
Power
bitch.
Books. Yeah, yep. It was when like the first minis came out. It was like
Mm.
those, not the silver boxes,
Yeah,
and
no, that's what I'm
not
saying.
the not the curved silver boxes either. Like the square ones.
Fuck, man.
Shit's funny.
Shit is crazy. But yeah,
God.
man. Long story short, I just need a computer to edit shit on because even like I haven't filmed I haven't filmed a cook up session this week. Now I at least got 2 episodes in the chamber, so that's cool. Like I'm gonna spend like after I finish editing 5 and 6. Yeah, after I got 5 and 6 done, then I can just chop up fucking last week's what's it called and throw that in there. And then this week I'll work on my shit. Cause now this shit ain't gonna be occupied fucking bouncing and export and upload to YouTube all damn day. This shit is crazy. Cause I'll go to the store and then come back and I'm like, damn nigga, like this shit is crazy.
It's still going.
Still going.
Is there so you're when you get your another ones for streaming or the other one like if you get your another Mac Mini, you're gonna have what like 3 or 4?
3.
3?
Yeah, because I got this computer. This is a Windows 10 fucking computer, and it's a Dell Inspiron, right? And so I can use this shit for every kind of Windows shit. And right now we got the Streamlabs OBS, and it's on my left monitor showing me what's up, and then I got the zoom on this shit, and then so boom.
Okay.
But now, yeah, the laptop chilling, and then I got my old Mac, my old laptop, which is an Intel Core 2 Duo, so I'm still in the same boat. I could put Final Cut on that, but it's a Core 2, so it ain't gonna do shit. And I can go back to that to make music, but it's the old shit. I'm all upgraded now. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody trying to. Oh,
Is there a way to like turn those in to get some money back for them?
man.
But it's like nothing though, huh?
Nothing that you even want to give it back to him for. Like, I bought that original shit for $900. And if I took that shit to somebody, they'd be like, oh, so we'll give you $50 for it. Like, nigga.
Yeah. It's like, man,
The music on here is worth more than $50. Like, nigga, this is a hard drive full of shit. Like, nigga, get us to your favorite producer or rapper, nigga. That turn this shit into loops, packs, and everything, nigga. Cause imagine, like, I didn't think about making loop packs when I first started doing this shit. I just thought about, hey, placement, blah, blah. But if motherfuckers say, okay, you got, so you could truly say that you got hundreds of beats on there? Yeah. How many hundreds you think? Anywhere from 500 to 700 beats? Oh, okay, so out of them 500, 700 beats, how many are out on Spotify? 2. 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Dude,
3.
just do it now. Cancel that that producer thoughts thing that you're doing right now. Just cancel it and just upload your shit. That's it. That's a challenge for today.
Hey, and that's why last episode when I was like, oh, we should drop like 1 or 2 songs. But I was realizing it as like I changed the intro every time. I'm like, nigga, I can't be sending people. Where we gonna send them to? You know, we can send them to Sneaks. We can send them to We Already Do. And we can send them to Straight Out. But where they going after that? Like, you know.
They don't know where else after that because that's the only place where it's gonna be at.
So it's cool machete on this one because I was able to throw some machete songs, you know. Because I was like, nigga, we heard in the catalog area.
I know. All right, that's what. All right, we just.
We heard in the catalog area, man. That's why I wanted to just drop the album. So I at least like, all right, boom, 9 songs. All right, cool. We good for a little bit.
Right, I know, right? I was thinking about just dropping like a 3-piece. This beat right here, right? Plus the other one, it'd be like a 3-piece lo-fi, right?
Okay.
And just call it and just name it 3-piece, like just because, and then have a picture of like
some chicken or some shit.
Yeah, chicken biscuit with some like coleslaw or something like that.
Do that. Hey, do that. That's simple as fuck, and it'll work.
Yeah. And it's a 3-piece. You get 3 things, and then I can submit some of those tracks to a lo-fi playlist.
Yeah,
if I can find
talk about it.
Them.
You can, you can. The tech is easy. Go to Spotify. Go to start typing in lo-fi. Right.
They said that it's because and then you look up the same name, right? It's usually the Instagram name, right? And then you message them.
So I did it, and like it is by the numbers. Like this shit is a numbers game for real. because when I was dropping Mas Fuerte, I found who was the top reggaeton playlist.
Uh-huh.
And like I seen his username and I did the same practice. I went on Facebook and then I went on Instagram. And on Instagram, the dude got the same name. Like, and the nigga got a grip of fucking followers on Instagram because motherfuckers got the playlist and that's that motherfucking shit. So I sent a nigga a DM and shit. Nigga never said nothing back. But at least I know who it was and all that. I did the part where I can like see what they talking about. You just got to keep doing it. I never went back and just kept doing it, but
I
it's
don't want to
possible.
pester them though. Like, how does that work? You know how you keep pestering somebody, like, nah, I'm good. You just
That's what I'm
shoot your shot.
saying. Like I shot him one time, and I'm like, I ain't finna keep hitting the nigga up. But you just supposed to go by the numbers of like, okay, what was he saying on one live? He said like, if you're submitting to 50 playlists a week, then you can get your million streams for sure.
50 streams. Okay, so I gotta get that list of 50 and then just shoot the shot.
Shoot 50 shots a week.
I think this beat is good enough. I'll
Yeah.
make it like 2 minutes, right? I'll make it 2 minutes or less, so that they can like, oh shit, what is this? Like, his vibe is pretty cool. Like, and then put some running water behind it. Some tranquil. I'll put what's his name's voice right there talking about the island and shit that you were doing.
Oh, fucking RZA.
Yeah. I'll warp his voice a little so I don't get copywritten. Or not, I'll tag him. He could get his 5%.
I'm trying to understand. So like, there's this track I'll be fucking with, especially because like it's a transformative track. If you know who Swedish House Mafia is,
I'm not familiar with them, but I know.
you
I know
probably
the
know
name.
of them. Like, who's going to say it? Well, so one of the dudes from there called Steve Angelo, he has this track out called Rejoice. And in the track name, it's a featuring TD Jakes, right? Because it's one of TD Jakes' sermons, and he's like talking about rejoicing and shit, right? Now, when you look at the credits, it's a featuring, like performed by TD Jakes, blah, blah. And I'm just still trying to understand, like, how did that look? Like, fucking Steve Angelo, he gonna reach out to TD Jakes and be like, hey, nigga, I sampled you on one of your sermons and I put it in this shit. Can I get permission to use the shit? Yeah, just put me on the credits. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how the fuck?
No, I don't. Well, maybe you don't. I mean, it might not be them. It could be. It could
That
be who's
management.
representing them, yeah, or whoever owns the rights to whatever that shit is.
So then it made me think back to a song that Slim Thug has. And Slim Thug released a song with Joe Osteen. You know, Houston, right?
Right.
And when it came back, Slim Thug didn't ask Joe Osteen for the shit. He just put it on there.
Oh shoot!
I never looked up to see like if any litigation or anything took place, but I was still like comparing those two situations where both people use pastors, one with permission, one without. But both of these songs are on Spotify. One don't say Joe Osteen and one do say TD Jakes. You know what I'm saying? So am I supposed to just go out and jack somebody and then like, hey nigga, your shit was on public shit? Because this is my idea. I want to jack some Alan Watts shit because I've been trying to figure out like public domain. The way public domain works is that your copyright lasts you your lifetime plus 70 years. So after you dead for 70 years, then your copyright lifts.
Oh, okay.
On whatever your work is on. And after it lifts, it goes, if you got your trust people to reinstate a new copyright, or if you don't, then it goes over to public domain, which means everybody can use it, So Alan Watts been gone for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold up, man. Like, can I just jack some? Because I've been listening. There's certain songs on Spotify that got Alan Watts words in it, but they don't say like performed with, like they don't credit that nigga, like, you know what I mean? And it's like, from when I'm like the shit I'm finna be putting up, it'll be dope if I could just fucking put some Alan White shit in there to give the same message like what these pastors is doing, but it's talking about the shit I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know what way to go about it, but I got the idea.
Yeah, I don't know who you'd have to contact for that, or to even get the information if it's okay to do that, right? Because that's my realm. I got to think about, because with samples, I mean, I just go to freaking
Splice,
because they're supposed to be
royalty free. Track lib.
Yeah. What's it called? When you upload, when you upload on freaking DistroKid, right? There's an option to say cover.
That's the
And
next thing I was getting
that's
to.
another thing. Yeah, I was like, can I do that? Or is there people within DistroKid that contact somebody saying, "Oh, this is a cover"?
Nope.
So how do people on YouTube do covers too? And they allow that shit. I don't own the rights to this in the freaking comments or whatever.
I'm gonna have to bust this book back out, and I'm gonna bring up some
That
points.
work.
But there's in copyright law, the way you can do somebody's work and recreate it and not get permission for it. There's two ways. One is by doing a cover of it, because you're still crediting and saying that I didn't create the original, it's this other motherfucker. The second way is doing what Weird Al Yankovic did. Parody. Parody is covered in copyright law. So I can come out, like, what's a famous song right now? Wet Ass Pussy. Right? We can come out with winners always progress. Like, any parody of it. Like, we can make any parody of that song and they can't sue. Ain't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Parody and covers are covered in copyright law. Because there's this great song that I love the song is originally done by Miguel, I think it is. Come Through and Chill.
Uh-huh.
But there's this girl that her name is Jessica Domingo. Oh my God. She does like this acoustic. Oh my God. And she sounds so good when she's take a chance off of me. And I was like, ooh. And then she go to the part, ooh, I'm talking late night for ya. Ooh, let me lay a great time on ya. That's the shit, man. Jessica Domingo, man. Watch when you listen to that shit. Come Through and Chill. Her rendition of it. But once again, when you look at the credits in Spotify, it just says Jessica Domingo. It don't say Miguel. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a cover.
Yeah. Yeah, the same thing. There's a song by Devin Morrison. It's called Tommy Strong. And the dude, I don't know if you listening is like selection stuff, but this dude JL, he's like, yeah, he covers it, but he sings it way better. Like, here, let me see if it's on. See if it's too loud. Can you hear this?
Yep.
All right. And it's dope because the song is like freaking Tommy from freaking Martin, right?
Oh, okay. Man, rest in peace, Tommy.
Know exactly where I was.
Oh shit, man! Shout out to John.
I'm not gonna tell you again. You know exactly where I was. I'm not gonna tell you again. Nothing personal.
Yeah.
There's too many questions.
I've been vibing with this
Like
shit, bro.
who, what, where, and why. How I make my ends. I thought that ain't your business. Guess not, 'cause they know what I do. They know I'm doing good. But when I don't repeat myself, they say I'm Hollywood. I'm always on the scene. I got enough to eat. I only need the recipe for making you believe.
Look at the drop.
Man, you know exactly I'm not gonna tell you again. You know that.
Yo, I want to make this type of music so bad. I just can't right now. I don't know the recipe. It's just funny that it's named Tommy Strong, and the hook is, you know exactly where I work. Don't. I'm not gonna tell you again. I think that's funny. The dude was just watching Martin one day and was like, man, how would I make a song if I was Tommy? And over here, he's and they think I don't have a job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine how you felt. Like,
You
and then
know
to do
I
it so
worked out.
it's like, you got no job. Tommy ain't got a job.
That was a running thing. Tommy Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was referring to Martin Homie. That's why I was gonna say Rugrats when you first said it. I
Yeah.
was like,
Because
but
there's a
yeah.
picture of Tommy like on the freaking YouTube thing. But yeah, this is a cover for the dude Devin Morrison. And you ever listen to Mixwell?
Mixwell or Maxwell?
MXXWLL.
Mm-mm.
He's one of my favorite producers too, dude.
Nah.
He makes shit like this. Go and ask that question. I'm gonna look this look up some of his music real quick.
Picture. Yeah, so that was the other thing that brought me to today's research was what copyrighted photos. So another thing I was finna do was along this just jacking somebody's shit and putting out the sample without asking for permission is because I was looking up music from the 60s. Reason why I was looking up music from the 60s because I was going through some of them old photos and I was looking for new cover art so I can drop at least 3 songs, right?
Okay, I think I know where you're going with this, but go ahead. Yeah, you said 3 songs for the cover. Okay,
Because I don't like not having shit to put in the intro and outro. Like, it was dope when you could put, all right, boom, a track from Nappoo, a track from Boris. Like, all right, cool. Like, we lead in, we outro. It's shit that motherfuckers can go stream. Our shit is a stream when it's used in the shit anyway. Like, you know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
So, and then it makes you feel a certain way when you think about if you're doing a weekly cook-up session, right?
Uh-huh.
And the music actually comes out good. The music don't go nowhere. Like, we've already shown that we can just put shit in a vault. Like, you know what I mean? The shit gotta go somewhere. So I'm like, okay. And then plus it feels whack that on episode 2, I think episode 2 is where we both were showing each other songs. Like, that's where you showed me the other track you got, where you do the little radio dial shit in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
When that coming out? But
sample, dude. That's a freaking sample, and I'm afraid to put it out and get sued.
So,
and I mean, I guess they won't care unless I'm popular, right? To take my money.
I got an amendment on that too. From the lab, well, I think we probably said that at episode 5, probably.
Yeah.
So my amendment to that, because somebody that's in our realm, like I got one homie that from Street Fighter realm. His name is Realistic. He in Louisiana.
Shout out to Realistic.
Shout out to motherfucking Realistic, man. He a real one, man. Now, I watch Realistic. I haven't been able to watch him because I've been doing this shit. But normally when I watch Realistic, he's a late night streamer. Like, he East Coast time, Louisiana. But normally when he starts, it's like 7, 8 o'clock over here. So it's 11 over there. And then he run probably like to like 3 or 4 his time. Now, every time he comes on, Knowledge comes in. He fucks with Realistic.
Oh, shit.
Now,
okay.
When I first used to see Knowledge, I didn't know who the fuck he was. You know what I mean? Like, he just another dude in the chat. Like, we all Street Fighter heads. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so one time I was streaming and I'm singing, we like drugs. She don't really stress me. And I'm sitting there like, hold up, is that the same? This nigga spell his name like that nigga I be seeing in the stream chats. And then like he streamed one time, he was playing camera. I'm like, man, this nigga whack, nigga. I'm better than this nigga. And then it's like, but hold up, is this the same? And then I'm listening to the music he had, like made a do-rag remix of Thundercats do-rag somebody made a remix. Right. And then he was streaming like him making beats and shit. Or like he'd have like Shinmu with like VCR fucking overlay kind of shit. And then like bumping his beats and like just old school, the way he samples, you know what I mean? So then after I seen that, I went to this motherfucker. So I follow him and shit. And I'm like, okay. Then I seen that the nigga had like a Bandcamp. And I'm like, what is niggas using Bandcamp for? If this nigga got shit with Anderson Bach. Nigga, like, what you over here on Bandcamp for? But then it all makes sense. I'm like, Bandcamp is where you put in the work that's sampled. That ain't If you remember,
because you can choose to pay or not.
don't you got a Coolie High thing? Don't you got a Coolie High thing on Bandcamp? Coolie tape or something like that? Don't you got something like that? Where's Boys to Men samples and shit like that on Bandcamp? And you could do free download or pay if you want to. Isn't that on Bandcamp under Nappoo?
Is it? I haven't been on Bandcamp in a long. The Coolie High mixtape is on there, presented by T20. Oh man, my sampling was garbage, man. My brother was like, "Yo, but you need to put this out." You know, I was like,
yeah. You always need somebody like that in your life, man.
The Coolie High Harmony mixtape, the beat tape. Oh, this is dope too. The freaking graphics on it.
Back down memory lane.
You remember you were listening to this shit?
I was listening to it yesterday, I think it was.
I don't give a fuck. This shit is dope. Look at that. Listen to that. This one I really like out of this. Oh, listen to those artifacts. That's how you know. Hey, let's go. I found a pocket. Oh man. Oh, hold on, what was this? What is affiliate? Oh, this is my hard track.
Which one you do?
Right here?
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy. I can't listen to that anymore. I like this one. What is that sample? How did I sample on this? It was messy.
Yeah. Like, you still got those files?
No, I don't. I should. I'll clean that shit up real quick.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like that one, because you're like, I like this one. I'm like, if that highlight of that sample can get stripped out of it, then hell yeah, like.
Yes, but I honestly just ripped the shit out the original. Like, there's no other way. I couldn't find the freaking stems to this fucking Coolie High Harmony. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a DJ avid. Like, I can't, like, I'm not an avid DJ going in there. Oh, I need this shit. Like, nah. Okay. This is something I would probably make right now. Oh, you can hear the drums layered.
Ain't that funny though? Like, you say you make it right now, but you wouldn't make it like that right now.
No, probably not.
The sample will be totally different. The drums will hit wholly different. The drums will hit totally different.
Hell yeah, it would. Oh, this one wasn't bad because I found one that didn't have anything on it, just the piano. Okay.
But see, look at what we still boom bapping, backpacking.
Always. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, this is dope.
Yeah.
Because it's sparse, you know?
I don't think, does it change? Let me see. Oh yeah, dude, it goes back to it. Okay. Simple.
J. Cole and Jadakiss.
That's who you see on this?
You can't see a J. Cole and Jadakiss ripping this track.
I don't see Jadakiss and J. Cole on any track. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually kind of cool though. See, that's the kind of thing my brother would say to me, and then he'd be like, "Hey, give me that beat," and then he would just throw like a Jadakiss like verse on it,
Yeah.
or you know, I think that's you as a DJ saying that shit to me. Oh, wait a minute, I'm about to go in a rabbit hole right now. What time is it? I don't give a fuck. Let's see.
But see, yeah, I guess that is the DJ head mind that I got. Cause yeah, I'm like, dude, put a fucking Cole and Jadakiss on that shit. Cause the way the pianos is, but then we gonna be saying something.
Yeah.
That's why I did. Like you can just hear that coming out of nowhere, man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. I went to my old website, NappooMusic.com.
That's the blue and pinkish logo looking one with the hoodie, spray paint looking guy.
It's wait, hold on. It's the one that it has them all in squares. And there's like but this beat.
That's the original. Busta Rhymes! Flip Squad!
It's gonna go to the hook. I think after this next. Oh, I hear that Nappoo in the middle. All right, man. It's after this 4 bars. Hey. I'll get you nothing to break it neck. To break it
This nigga got a whole growl in that bitch.
That one is because those are the type of beats they were playing at Common Ground. There's shit like Curtis King would be playing beats that made me feel like that. And I was like, yo, that shit crazy as fuck.
Yeah, the way it hit, like, see, and that's my DJ mind, I guess. The night where Swizz Beats was doing like Busta Rhymes, like celebration night on Zone Radio.
Oh, crazy.
He's like bumping like just back-to-back Busta Rhymes tracks, right? And Busta Rhymes came on live, IG Live too, and was just chilling in the streets in New York, but watching it live. Like he chilling on the block with his people and shit. He's like, hey, yo, King, I'm here for the whole night, King. I might gotta tap out and do what I gotta do and shit, but I'm here for the whole night. I'm gonna call right back. And so he's on that shit for probably like a cool 2 to 3 hours with Swizz, just on the fucking phone. And every time when a song, and then every time I gotta go when I gotta get him in the he did all that shit, right? He did it. So later in the thing, this is the part with a little Drake beef. You seen about that part? Swizz and Drake for a little second? Drake beef? All right. So,
I didn't know. Well, maybe. I don't remember.
So when this section happens, right? He's showing them the shit. Then Swizz Beats is looking at Busta Rhymes through the IG, and he's got his shit and bumping the music, right? And fucking Busta Rhymes is looking at the phone like, right? So now this new beat comes on, and it goes doom, 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 bloom. And while it's going, like, soon as it come on, it go doom, doom, and then Busta Rhymes like boom, boom, and then you see his face. He start getting stank, man. He's like, and he's just looking at him like, and then while he's playing, he go, hey, yo, hold on. Yo, King. Hey, where did you get that? And he said, this was Swiss is like, hey, you tell Swiss been drinking. This nigga was drinking a whole good ass cup of some shit. He said, you don't ask me no questions, I tell you no lies. He said,
You're supposed to have that.
yeah, he like, you don't ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. He said, all right, my brother never lied to me. All right, I won't ask no questions. All right. He's like, but man, this song right here. And then so Swiss is mad. He been drinking, but you tell he feel a way about this.
Yeah.
And I guess this is an important segue because I like this notion.
Okay.
And I can share this game. But so after he goes and he's bumping and he's like, how'd you get that song though, King? He's like, man, don't. I just got it. Don't worry about how I got it. He's like, but how come this song didn't come out? And he said, man, we never worked it out, man. And he was like, now that don't make no sense. This is Swift. This don't make no sense to me. Cause how the young boy gonna come to you and ask you for some shit and never release the shit? That's disrespectful. Like, you Busta Rhymes. And he's like, huh? He's like, well, hold on, let me clear that up, cause that ain't how it happened. You know, young boy came to me because he know I got all Dilla shit. He know I got all Dilla catalog. So that's what he came to me for. He came to me for Dilla catalog, and what happened? He came and he did the song, and I noticed it was just sitting around and wasn't getting finished. So I went and finished it up. You know what I'm saying? So I finished it up and some it never came out. It never came out. And then Swizz like, it never came out. He was like, well, yeah, nobody ever got back. Nobody ever got back to you. What you mean nobody ever got back to you? You Busta Rhymes. And he's like, no, that's disrespectful. Like, you don't come to Busta Rhymes. This is Busta Rhymes. Nobody don't get back to Busta Rhymes. You Busta Rhymes. And then he looked at the camera and he was like, you right, King. Because he had to, the thing that made me trip out was in that moment. Let me segue to the other piece of backstory, another KRS. Go ahead.
Look, I did see that clip. I did see that. Actually, I read about it. Yeah, I was like, an unreleased J Dilla, whatever, Drake, Busta Rhymes. Yeah. I read about that. I was like, oh, that would have been dope as fuck. Anyway, I remember that shit. Okay, go ahead. My bad.
Segue to KRS-One when he was talking about the master teachers and all that. And the main thing is that you got to say your name with power. If you could say your name with power, then everybody else can. But if you never say your name with power, then what makes everybody else do it? Every time you start off, hey, my name NappooBeats, you know what I'm saying? You say it with power. You don't say, hey, I'm NappooBeats.
Maybe I am.
With the little music. You're here for a little chop section.
Oh, no. It's like, maybe this is a chop section. I'm just going to sign off.
I'm just gonna sign off. I know. It's like, I can't do this, guys. My anxiety speaking. Fucking 2-minute video.
Upload that. Why even upload that?
I think that's a good parody.
I think I'll do that one week.
Little surprise week. Gotcha, bitch.
Shit for you. Yeah, I got shit for you today. I'm gone. I'm on vacation.
But yeah, so when we get back to saying your name with power, when Swizz Beatz kept saying you Busta Rhymes, and it made him because he was like, I don't want no beef. Busta Rhymes I ain't want no beef. Where are you coming out spicy, Swizz? And he's like, but the fact that you're a legend in the game and somebody left you on red kind of thing, nobody ever got back to Busta Rhymes, and this track is dope as fuck, and the world doesn't know about it. This is fucking Dilla and Drake and Busta Rhymes on one fucking song, and the song is dope as fuck. It is dope. It's dope.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And so when he said, you Busta Rhymes, he said it like, nigga, you don't know who you are? You royalty around here, homie. And he said, "You right, King." And it was so funny to watch that moment where he got humbled to remember who he was. His homie had to remind him who he was to give him that same power back to say, "Nigga, you Busta Rhymes. Nigga, I'm Swiss Beats telling you that you Busta Rhymes. Nigga, we know Busta Rhymes. Oh my God, you the nigga that's supposed to say, I'm Busta Rhymes and the police are true indeed." You know what I mean? And so it was,
it's all good. True indeed. It's all good. It's good.
Hey, Busta Rhymes is a legend, nigga. Yeah. Fucking door.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah. As much as he's done, yeah, for real. Could you think about it? Like, damn, he's been in the game forever and changed the game.
In
like
the game forever and changed the game.
He was a what is it? Not a turning point. It was a pinnacle on certain things. Like, yeah.
Yes.
He's the reason for some things in hip hop.
A lot of things. He's the reason.
Oh, yeah.
He's the reason I'm so animated. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I take a lot from Busta Rhymes because fucking Scenario, as I combine the mind to the backbone combine to the boom from the cannon. Like, oh my goodness, man. Nobody.
Oh my God.
Yes. Come on. Gosh, man. Like, nobody came off like that. Like, nobody came off like that.
That's why that's like one of the best B-boy songs ever. Like, you do that boom from the cannon, that shit. It's like, oh, bro. If somebody pull that shit off, it's over for the opponent. Like, you're like, nope, you ain't stopping that.
You ain't gonna top that. It's perfect.
If they hit that shit right, it's over. That's a highlight.
Yeah, sorry, man. I gotta put you in this highlight real quick. My turn ended where the fucking right part of the song. That's why I say you go first.
No, I'm timing it. Yeah, no, that's strategic for sure. You're gonna take about a few seconds to do this. I'm gonna do it on the second verse when Busta Rhymes come in. Over for you. Yeah.
And then it happens. That'd be dope to do the parody of that and to do the boom from the cannon. And while it's happening and the whole crowd's going crazy, the dude just looks over like, yeah, nigga, I knew it. I planned this already out. Like,
I do that.
I knew everybody.
Post interview, he's like, yeah, it's about he like nerds it out, like freaking. He's like, it's about 30 seconds into that. If I went first, so the third round is me, you know.
I knew it was over for him. I just knew it was over for him.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so that point of I'm Busta Rhymes, like when you say your name with power, hey, I'm NappooBeats, hey, I'm Boris the Beast, like it sets the precedence in terms of how people gonna treat you in that realm. And so it's like, okay, I don't even know why we brought up that point. That point was brought up to make a point to whatever point we was making. But
that was the point. The point is to say your name with what is it?
Vigor.
Vigor. What's another one?
Tenacity, intensity.
Intensities, tenacity. Like
confidence.
Like a statement. Like, what is that?
Declaration.
Declaration's good. What's another good?
Punctuation.
Punctuation.
Emphasis.
Yeah. Yeah, all those are good. You have to say it like that. No, yeah, it's true though. Like I remember I remember going to jams when I used to b-boy, and I was still under Nappoo, right? And I'd meet some people. Sometimes you go over there, like, hey, what's up, man? My name's Ed. And they're like, nah, what's your real name? And I'm like, oh. I was like, my name's Nappoo, bro. Like, what's up? He's like, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, yeah, hell yeah. That's the shit. For sure. What's your real name? That's your world name. You over here, this is like you in the b-boy world or you in your hip-hop world. Your name is NappooBeats. Yeah, man. That felt good. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Like, it's I used to do that to other people too. Like, nah,
what's your real name? Yeah.
That felt weird after a while. I stopped doing it. I don't know why, but you know.
That's subculture though. That's subculture.
Oh yeah, what's your real name? Like Neo, like that shit. Was Neo on in Matrix his real name? His real name was something I forgot his real
Oh
name.
shit, I don't remember. Mr. Anderson.
Yeah. Yeah, Anderson, Mr. Anderson. Like Neo. He looks up all slow and shit.
I'm definitely gonna put them videos out. Um, fuck, man. Yeah, say your fucking name with power. Say it with vigor. Say it with tenacity, intensity, confidence, surety. Right? Be sure.
Assurity, yeah, be sure
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, even if you're starting out or whatever, at least you know who like you know who you are, you know what you're trying to do. Why not say your name like that? With strength, with power. I say everything that you believe in with power.
Oof.
That's the shit right there.
That's the
Everything.
bar.
Mm-hmm. And what this beat is, man. There's a lot of beats on here that just what is this one?
Did you just turn it down?
Happened?
Did you just turn it down?
No, I didn't turn down.
Oh, it's probably redlining then.
Oh shit, yeah. This doesn't have a volume knob. I don't think.
That's trippy. Yeah, there's a lot of tracks up here, huh? Is this
There's
the
a,
real 40 deep? This ain't even 40 beats though.
even the 40 beats.
This just the picture?
These are all yeah. Are you on NappooMusic.com?
Yep. I
Yep.
see Beats
40.
Bacon. Oh, I knew. Ha,
Yeah.
look. Oh, I knew it. We already knew.
Oh, I knew. Yeah, I knew that.
That it is.
I had a track from this cat in New York,
I
Fatal
remember
Junk.
Rista Modgers just because of the cover.
Yeah. Oh, I like that beat. I used to go on Tumblr and put on Rain. I think I said this on the podcast before, but I used to put the rain sounds, right? And then I'd play Rister Modgers on there, and it goes perfect. Televised, damn. Oh, A Kane's album I did. Canvas prints on there. Louis Machete, like battling a knife.
Yeah.
Joan, what's this one? When I was living Corona, I came up with this beat. I found the right piano and drums to go with it. So here's what I came up with. By the way, this is a
Joan beat.
it's a what's it called? It was a loop that I found in Logic 9.
Where is it?
And it was roads always sound good. So you know what I'm saying? Them road chords that they always it freaking sounds amazing. Is that it's too loud though, huh? Let's see. Oh, turn it down.
He still remember the little breaks.
Yeah. Remember the cuts? I would cut it. Yeah, man.
That solo was in loops too? Or that's you?
I pieced those things. I pieced them like
I'm like, damn.
Nah, you think I play like that? I wouldn't be, we wouldn't be talking right now. We already making shit. We'd already be in it already by then, you know what I mean? Like, hey, oh man, like.
Did you ever let Isaiah get on this shit? Damn, 2010, 10 years ago kind of shit.
Yeah, 10 years ago. I like this beat too. Did you used to watch Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, I see Kelly Kapowski right here.
Yeah, there's a episode where they had a singing group, and it was like a make believe kind of episode where they were like It was like Casey Kasem was interviewing him in the garage where it all started and all this stuff. And like, do you remember that episode?
Who was the?
It was.
Hold on.
You need to check something out.
I don't know.
You got that thing on you, bro?
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Go handle your business. Anyway, so if you guys do remember any of, if you did used to watch Saved by the Bell, I sampled this. It was the episode. They were called Zack Attack. It was the episode where they created a band and they had like some hit songs and stuff. There was one song I got from there, and I sampled that shit. So check this out. This shit's crazy. 10 years ago.
Thought we'd always be together. I was sure our love.
It for sure wasn't their voice.
Here I am, all alone, wondering what went wrong. Did we ever have a chance?
This is from the show. Sample this shit.
It's hard to see this world without you. Be this world, be this world, be this world without you. It's hard to see this world, be this world, be this world without you. It's hard to
So I'm gonna stop right there, but very heavily Dilla influenced on this, on the chops, on the choppies. The drum kick can be a lot better, but you know, what we don't know now we know. But what happened, man?
No, we good. I just heard a noise and I was like, I don't know what the fuck that was, and I was trying to differentiate if it was something I heard through your side, through the headphones, or something I heard out loud. So, and, you know, I just double check downstairs, just make sure everything's straight. But we straight.
All right, so one more song I'm about to play. Do you remember this? Now I'm gonna do this. Wait. You remember this? Oh, look at young boys Same beat, right?
Hold on, what?
It's the same beat.
Tap on the table and then I got them hairs bobbing. Rhythm that's endless forever. Now I'm paying homage. See, I'm just producing group damaging totally proofs what I spend
This
off
the microphonology?
Cause I'm presenting
It's the locking video song.
and the dimension. I'm supplying attention and bum bum bum. Music that's rocking up on you bum bum bum. Lit up vicinity. And watch me lay down sound my intention pure like a revamped child. The preamps loud, reason with beats and things right now. To reach that shell, freedom exists, I free myself.
That's all good video.
Pendulum swinging.
Shout out to Pop, man. Prosper.
Imperfect, equipped with the excellence. The Nappoo chamber is leaking minus the majors. Musical slavery, combining that with the nature. We the dream, living the dream with you counterfeits. And handle this quick, I'm making moves, causing the beats to fit these modes. Nigga, I'm cold, nigga. Like a river with giblets and minerals. Nigga, do the math quick. Push silence to meet the skeptics. Machete blade in the music, no, I'm kinda reckless. Bum, bum, bum. I'm kinda reckless. Bum, bum, bum. I'm kinda reckless.
Oh, that change up, That was a dope ass song, man. What the fuck? What the dude? We rented a freaking hotel in by Ontario Mills. Went in there and started freaking we locked in and we freaking started creating, dude. Hooked the mic up in the closet. Had the hookah going.
I think I should cut to the video during this episode. I think
Yes,
that'll
oh
be
yeah.
dope.
Match that shit.
Yeah, I think it'll be dope.
Shout out to Prosper, dude.
'Cause that shit was dope. I was inspired like a motherfucker. What year was that?
2012. It was this video was released October 22nd, 2012.
Damn, 2012 is where I started this shit for real. I bought my APC 40 in 2012. I
Shit.
made that first track on Logic in 2012.
It's a good year then.
2012 was a great year, man. That lock-in, I was inspired by the lock-in.
Thank you. Me too, honestly. Watching this again, I was like, damn, this is like premium like video. Like
That shit was quality as fuck. It felt professional as fuck.
yeah, hell yeah, man. I never experienced
Because he
that.
even had the part that made me feel like, oh damn, this shit is dope. Is he does those like flashing chops before he even transitions. There's like portions where it's like, but like you know,
Oh, on beat.
on beat,
Yeah.
and then it'll transition to something else.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
The song.
yeah, that was clean.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
How
he's
does it?
a talented dude,
How
man.
do you feel? Like what happens to you? Because like even that other song, you knew what the chops was. How do you feel when you listen to your old stuff?
Feel good. Like I feel like it brings me back to that. And then of course when I'm listening to it, I have different ears now, so I know it I know what I would change in it. Of course you know it's your own work, so you're never gonna be satisfied. You're never satisfied even when you release it. Like that's truth. It's the truth. Like that's part of the reason people don't release their stuff. I mean, for me, I'm guilty of that too. Like, you're like, man, it's not good enough. I'm not gonna put that shit up yet. Wait, if I change it again, and it's just like, it's put your shit out. Put your shit out, Boris. Put that shit out. We need to hear it already. We need to hear it. I need to hear that already.
Dude, I was
talk
listening to
about
the
it.
other day, and I was like, man, I don't want to put that shit out. I'm like, I need to fucking. I'm sitting there thinking like, man, I need to go and fix this. I need to do this. And I'm like, no, because if I do that, I'm never gonna do it. Let it just be a time capsule to represent who I was and what I was doing at that time frame. Because the thing that fucks with me is like, nigga, because Light Years I know is the best track on here. It's hands down the best track, and it's whack. Like, who was I listening to earlier today? Ludacris. Ludacris was streaming on IG Live earlier because back for the first time is like 20-year anniversary or some shit like that, and so he's asking everybody, like, oh, like where were you at when Back for the First Time was coming out? And he was like, man, he said he told a story about this song. He said this song came out on Timbaland's album way before I put it on any of my albums, but I didn't even think this song was dope. No, he didn't say that first. He just said it came on Timbaland's album. Timbaland was somebody who believed in him before he got his pop, and it was the Fat Rabbit song. And then he said the song that he thought that nobody was gonna like. He said they was gonna turn the song in. They had 24 hours to turn the album in, and this was a song that they did last minute. He didn't even really like it, but it ended up blowing up, and it was the fucking Southern Hospitality song. And I'm like, ain't that crazy how the songs that you think like, I don't even think this is gonna go, but that's the one that fucking went. He said this song was out of there, and I'm like, nigga, throw them bows, boom, 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 boom. Like, come on, man. He didn't like that. He didn't like that. He didn't think it was gonna be anything. I'm like, ain't that crazy?
Because you have this certain picture of your head of what people might like already, and you mixed in your own emotions and stuff for what you like, and then just some random ass song like that, it ended up being his actual like character or his actual
that's how he came into the game. Check out the oil my Cadillac spills. And like that one was cool because he kind of reminded me of Busta Rhymes, right? He was still animated, he had flows, but what was it? The other one. What's Your Fantasy was my first.
Yeah, that's the first.
When that one came out, that was and he got me. Remember how you were saying Jake the Snake? The part he got me in third verse. Tag team off the road. When he said that, I was sold.
That was it. It was done.
It was like done. Because when the songs first start off, like I liked it because remember, like I said, I grew up liking a lot of Manny Fresh shit, so I liked a lot of the fast hi hats, you know.
Yeah.
So when that came out, boom, 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 right? Because now that same groove, that same bounce, reminded me of. Motherfuckers Wanna Act Loco, hit it with New and Red Shots from the Fofo.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's that same bounce.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
So when he came out and he was coming out with all on the roof, like he got like, you know, everything he's saying is animated and it got flows. And so I was like, hell yeah. Then when he got to the end and then not like my favorite part is them saying tag team off the road. But I love how remember how the bass line is in the beginning. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Right. But that part when he gets to the tag team off the road is like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, yeah, niggas like it just feels like if somebody had a big ass drum with them big ass, you know, them big ass fucking thing, doom, doom.
Yeah, boom, boom.
Yeah,
just the extra punch.
Boom, 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 boom.
I want one of those.
Woo,
straight up like not China drums. What are they called? I don't know. What they're
gongs,
called.
Nigga.
Yeah, gong drum sticks. Yeah, whatever. With the marshmallows at the end.
Yeah, the marshmallows.
I don't know what they're called. But you know what I'm talking about? Every time it's like in those martial arts movies, they're about to fight and they're doing kung fu shit. So boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. And it's about to go down. Doom, doom, doo, 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 doo. 36 chambers, man.
What time is it? Oh shit.
3:12 for you, man.
It's 4:12.
Oh, 4:12. Shit.
What time is it?
Yeah, we 2:47 on the shit.
Oh, we are. Whatever, man. You know what? This is what we do.
This is what we do.
We do this shit every week.
I think that's our thing.
That's our thing. It's shout outs, and we do this shit every week.
Hey, shout out to shout outs though. For
yeah, shout out to shout outs. Hey, shout out to shout outs. Shout out to Ludacris. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. Yeah, shout out to Manny Fresh. Shout out to Swiss.
A Kane, GOK, Isaiah.
Yeah, Zay1X.
Zay1X, motherfucker Machete, young Machete on the vocals.
Yeah, shout out to he was like mid. Young Machete was. No, you know what? That was early Machete.
That was early Machete. That's Machete the Kid.
Yeah. Now he's Machete the adult.
Yeah, Machete Sound is the adult.
Now he's the adult now. Dang, yeah. Because for those that you don't know, I don't know if I should put his business out, but his name before was B Tune. So go,
What?
yeah, B Tune. I don't know. He just call
Like
him so.
be in tuned?
Yeah, or B Tune, like B and then Tune,
But like,
like
hold up. Like the
B,
tune of B?
like the letter B and then Tune,
Like that's like iTunes with no plural and no I?
and with the B and then a hyphen.
B tune. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna have to ask him about that. I don't get the logic. Louis is B tune.
there's probably some. Yeah, there's probably something. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that was his name before. My name was Ed. No, my name is Ed, but I've always been Nappoo since like forever.
For real?
Yeah, rapper name, b
I
boy
thought your
name.
name was like Soul Step Style though.
Oh yeah, that was my b boy name before. But I always had the name Nappoo though.
Before Soul Step Style?
During even like
Damn.
like yeah, Soulstep Style was my I had that shit on AIM, bro. But I had made Nappoo before then.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I thought
It was,
Soul Step Style was before that poo.
no, yeah, it was Nappoo because I used to try to write, used to try to graffiti, but I didn't, I wasn't good.
Hip hop elements, y'all. Full
Yeah.
circle, full circle.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, and then
It's
that
like
was
a
like
circle.
it's like a circle. Well, yeah, it was like freshman year of like high school, and then
Mm.
Soulstep Style came out when I was like a junior year when I started b-boying. Junior,
Mm.
triple S, TS, and then Nappoo. Nappoo's been around. I've been around, brother. I've been around.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, no, I didn't create Boris until 2012.
Yeah. So, what made you want to create? Why Boris?
Yeah, that's funny. So my original shit, my first name was like my rap name in the beginning was Lil T or Young T, because it was just my first initial. And
Right.
then when I started coming into my own in high school, I came up with food for thought, because I figured in life I always try to give people food for thought. I always try to say shit that make people think. That's what's funny when you say, "Hey man, I think you asked them questions that made them think," and I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm still doing it, even though I didn't know I was doing." I like to make people think. This is what I naturally do, and so that's why I came up with food for thought. And I was like, that always like been my rap name, food for thought, food for thought, food for thought. And like when I first created my writers association or writers, like when I first registered as a writer with BMI, I
Uh-huh.
registered as Timothy Greathouse, but my rap name is Food for Thought. So then when I went away from rap and all that shit, blah, 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 then we go over to 2012, 2012, where we broke up with the girl that we was with for 7 years. We're trying to find ourselves and realize who the fuck we are and what we like out of shit. Boom, boom. And we doing shit that we like. First year I went to shows, raves, and all that shit. And so I'm over there chilling with the homies. I don't know if I should say their names because some of them are law enforcement now, but I'm chilling with the homies.
All right. Yeah.
And we got
Shout out
some.
to them.
Yeah, shout out to the homies. Y'all know who y'all is. Good team, good team, good team. So I'm kicking it with the homies. And we having a lovely random night like normal in the desert, you know? And one of the homies is like, he's like, man, back in the day, me and my homie, we used to like basically kind of like improv, right? We used to do
Right.
accents and shit. Like we'll get high as fuck, and then we'll just do random accents, and then just play in that character like you that. Like I'm like, all right. So we
The whole
sit,
night? Like
yeah,
to random people?
yeah,
Oh, that's
like
fun.
well, you just chilling with your peoples. You just chilling, chiefing with your peoples. Y'all
Oh,
just
okay.
doing random shit. So I'm sitting there, and like it's probably like 4 of us. I think it was that night. And so we chiefed and all that, and then we went on the inside of the crib, and he was like, all right, man, so you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. Come on, like, just do it, just do whatever voice comes to you. So they do some shit where it's like, you're in all dark as shit, and then he's like, he'll put the fucking phone light on you and like flash it on your eyes real quick. Bop, bop. You're like, all right, who are you? So I sat there, and the first words that came out was, my name Boris. That's what came out. Just like that. My name Boris. So then I just did this whole like Russian ass motherfucking accent for the rest of the night kind of shit. So
Yes.
later I'm over there because it's still 2012. So I'm still learning on the APC. I'm still like trying to figure out a DJ name. I made a DJ mix and all this shit. I made a SoundCloud, all this. And so the SoundCloud was, I called it, I was like, you know what, guys? I finally figured out what my DJ name gonna be. It's gonna be DJ White Glasses. Because I was back when I had the white glasses at the time. And
Right.
so one of the homies is like, man, I don't know, man. Like, it's just like, just because it's white glasses, what if you don't wear white glasses that day? And I'm like, I don't know, nigga. Like, I just always wear white glasses, I guess.
Like pink. She always has to wear pink hair. I mean, and then she doesn't. It's like, I
Bitch,
don't
you
care.
pink, though.
You
You
gotta keep
forgot
wearing.
me. You Busta Rhymes. You pink. You right, King.
Thank you. You're right. I had to repeat everything. That shit was too good.
But yeah, so then I'm like, okay. And that night I was like, I'm Boris Korshnikov. And what basically the character I was like imagining when I was doing it was I was kind of thinking like Ivan Drago from Rocky, right?
Yeah.
Like, I will break you.
Yeah.
And that's where the my name Boris is. I'll break you. My name Boris, right? And I was even gonna make that song and call it I Must Break You, and then sample that and like just had to be. It was gonna be dubstep and bass music though, because that's what I was in at the time.
Dubstep, that's what it was.
Yeah,
and I was thinking about it.
2012.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I was like, "Oh shoot, dubstep." That's me and my cousin were talking about. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
So then that night I was Boris Korshnikov, right? And so then I just kept running with it. Boris Korshnikov, I go to the crib like, Oppenheimer's the door. Because one time I put like, open the door, and then Oppenheimer came out. So then I just kept saying, Oppenheimer's the door, right? So I show up to the homie's house. Hey, what up, y'all? Oppenheimer's the door. I'm Boris Korshnikov, right? So the homie Justin was like, one day I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I'm Boris Korshnikov. And the only reason why I said Korshnikov is because I'm thinking of Lord of War with Nicolas Cage when he was selling those AKs and he was like, I got Kalashnikovs. I was fucking up saying Kalashnikov and said Korshnikovs. So the name was messed up for some old incorrect shit anyway. Boris Korshnikov, right? So then one day I said to Justin, and I'm like, I'm Boris Korshnikov. And he was like, yeah, Boris Borshnikov. And I'm like, nigga, I'm saying Korshnikov. He's like, I know, but you should change it to Boris Borshnikov. And I'm like, for real? Why? He was like, because it just flows better. And I'm like, all right. So then I changed it to Boris Borshnikov. So then, huh?
No, because it sounds better.
I'm a fan of alliteration.
Yeah, Borscht, yeah. It's in everything.
So then I'm Boris Borshnikov, and then that's what the SoundCloud was, Boris Borshnikov. Boom, boom. So then I remember I was talking to my grandpops, and my grandpops is like a blues player and shit, and he's in the game. So then I was like, yeah, granddad, I finally like getting in the game, man. Like I'm finally following my roots, like, you know. He's like, oh, for real? And I'm like, yeah, I even got a song out. And I sent it to him, and then I was like, granddad, did you listen to my song? He's like, man, I was trying to listen to your song, but I just seen like some white Russian name or something, man. And I didn't play it because I didn't think that was you. And I'm like, nah, that's me, granddaddy. And he's like, he started laughing. He's like, I see what you did. I see what you did. Because it was just my silhouette. It was just a shadow. He was like, I see what you did. See, you're keeping your identity. And see, I taught you well. I'm like, you stupid.
So they're gonna get you to the top before they find out what you really look like.
Exactly, that's what he said. He like they already got you in. Then by the time they got you in, like, oh shit, how we get a nigga in here? You thought it was Boris Borshnikov.
That they was gonna help him with everything. Oh my god!
So then after that, I'm running with Boris Borshnikov for probably like 2 years, from 2012 to 2014. And so then I'm running Boris Borshnikov, and then eventually I'm like, man, Boris Borshnikov is the first and last name. I'm like, but this character needs a nickname, right? I'm like, what does this character represent? what does this character embody? If the first thing that came to my mind was I named Boris and I'm fucking Ivan Drago from fucking Rocky, I must break you and I'm breaking punching machines and shit because I'm off the Richter scale. I'm like, all right, I'm like, that motherfucker, he a beast. And I'm like, beast. And it's alliteration. Ah, Boris the Beast. And I'm like, and if I was playing football, because you know who was on top at the time as running back, because I always fuck with running back because I was a running back. Emmitt Smith was my first, and then Barry Sanders. Like I have my running back inspirations, but during that time period, there was a certain Seattle Seahawk that was the running back of the times at that time frame, and he was running over niggas. And he was real as fucking the motherfucking press conferences. He always kept it 100. He didn't put on no game, no show for nobody. And he was just there so he wouldn't get fined. Like, you know what I mean? These niggas didn't give him the motherfucking running play. You know he would have got that damn touchdown if they would have gave him the ball. I don't know why they didn't give him to the ball. But, yes, man. I'm like, because when I was playing football, I always looked at a league NFL running back like, that's who I idolized. Like, this is who I would be if I was in a league. And I love running niggas over. And so, yeah, I'm like, you know what? Beast mode, Boris the Beast, that makes all kind of fucking sense. It's alliteration. We ain't even got to keep the Borshnikov on there, but we can keep it official if you want to know. Boris the Beast Borshnikov is the true gestation of the character. But when I looked at it in actuality, I'm like, okay, if somebody asked me to improv some random ass shit and that's what came out of me, that you gonna break niggas like Ivan Drago, you the strongest motherfucker, like you're trained hard and like that's the best version of yourself. That's unleashing the beast. That's taking the chains off. That's taking the reins off. That's who are you if you never doubted yourself. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, that's deep. I did not know that. That's crazy though. No, I mean I did not know any of that at all. Well, the more you know, right? That's crazy. That's dope. That's that's actually like a story, like an actual coming to like fruition. Your inner desires. Not well. Yeah. Or just the bare down basic characteristics of who you are and what you're probably aspiring to be now, right?
And that's why the first song off the album is called Fragile Openings, where you're supposed to go down to the deepest part of who you are, the core of who you are, and bring that. Dang, the album is the name personified. That's deep. I never thought about it like that until we started talking about it. But yeah, because it goes from fragile openings, no, ancient discoveries, then fragile openings. So you go into the cave, right, where your soul is, and that's an ancient discovery because you're discovering something that existed before this body existed. You know what I'm saying? Your soul is before, nevermore. And then it's a fragile opening because coming into this realm, you go through the cave, oh shit, I discovered this soul, and this soul needs a body. So then the body comes through this realm, and that's a fragile opening. Because when you're a baby, you're fragile as fuck. Bop, bop. Then the next one is vapor dreams come true because whoever having that baby probably one day thought about having a baby one day. And that baby was just a thought of their imagination and the vapor, but now it comes true. So boom, we're here. Then after vapor dreams come true, we got the two D&B tracks, Overwhelmed and Anticipation, right? Because as a baby, whoever's having that baby, you said earlier, you don't know what to expect. At points before the baby came, you was overwhelmed and you was anticipating, right? Boom, chaos to order. So baby comes out, boom. After baby comes out, the two D&B, I lead you off with another vaporwave track, which is called Obstacle Clarity, right? Because now after the baby's here, we know what obstacles we're facing, right? So now we got a clear way to move. After Obstacle Clarity, we gain, we take chances, right? We take chances, make mistakes, get messy because we're still learning as we go. And then we become light years ahead because now we know what to expect. We have the experience, but then we plotted out our future. And as long as we do the actions, we're light years ahead of where we're supposed to be, even though we're in today's time. And the last song is Thank God for the Talent. Because where the hell else would you be? You wouldn't be on this whole path if you didn't have that specific talent to even lead you down this path. So, yeah, man, that's the album track listing. That's how the concept is.
And now it just needs to drop.
And now it just needs to drop. And I'm supposed to make videos 5 days a week.
This is the rollout. This is that rollout that you wanted. Now you just got to drop it. They're going to listen to this. I'm like, oh, shoot. This is that album that he was promising us for a few, for a few weeks already.
For years and shit.
A few years.
Shit's been done since 2016 and we're in 2020.
Oh, shoot. 4 years. Yeah, just drop it. Man.
Ain't this shit crazy, man? Life. Well,
I mean, if it's just for you, I understand. But
I feel like the music is for me because I needed to create it to get it out of me, right? To release. Remember we was talking about that shit? Release that emotion. But I feel like somebody said that shit one time. They said, like, if you feel like, if you got something, remember the last time when I was guilt tripping you and what John told me? You're selfish, bro. Like, it's selfish for me to be like, okay, I could just drop this album. Hey, y'all, go listen to the album. Niggas ain't gonna listen to it because people don't care about your music anyway. But if I want you to get the message on what the album represents, because, like, nobody will get that that's the message if they just heard the album. Nobody will know that insight. And so it's like, I'm half-assing it if I just release the album because nobody's going to come to those conclusions. Nobody came to the conclusions on how Boris the Beast got created, but you just heard it and he was like, damn, nigga, I didn't even know. Like, hold up. I didn't even know it was Boris Borshnikov. I didn't even know it was Boris Korshnikov, right?
Well, you have it documented now. Just take this little clip. Or you can go on full produce like a whole thing about it.
That's what I'm planning, man.
Yeah, that's what I want to see that. That'd be dope.
Do it. I gotta do it. And then so what I did is I went back to the blog I had years ago. It was called sillymean.com, and I was basically doing TED Talk curation. Like that was during the Depression, so I was watching TED Talk videos to watch inspiring and new ideas and perspectives to think about shit, and then I'll type up a synopsis and shit. And so now what I'm doing is I'm taking those same videos and instead of just typing it out like I was doing since I realized people don't read, I'll do them long ass posts on purpose just in case there is somebody that reads, but I know 90%, 95% people don't read shit.
Right.
That's true. I'm going to take those same posts and videos and then just make the content like what Dorian was saying. Like I know how to put a video inside the fucking, you see I'm doing all this Final Cut shit all day anyway. I know how to do the different formats of the little mirrored shit. You see how you doing the little mirrored image under it, like oversized scale, and now this past week I figured out how to put the little overlay text on there. So I'm gonna be able to make the videos just like that. And basically this is how the forever content's finna get created. Y'all seen it here first, motherfuckers. But
for real,
because I already got the font for this shit, but I figure what I'm gonna do so that way it's differentiated is like I'm just gonna focus on like non-music motherfuckers talking about life shit and then related to music on my Boris the Beast page. But when we do it for under the producer thoughts page, it'll just be all music kind of motherfuckers, and then still do it, but then brand it under producer thoughts with the same fonts and all this shit for that. So that way I can still do batch videos and have it all up, but then it still get distributed. Man, distribution company, baby, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Get it distributed. So that way producer thoughts can have its own little running trail of shit. Boom. And then it feeds us both. You know, that's why I feel it was dope. Cause it's like, okay, we got one central hub that we both support. And then we got our both individual things that we do. But our hub supports both of us and then we support each other. So that's like it's full circle. So
full circle. Yeah, man.
All right, brother. It's motherfucking 5 a.m. over here. This nigga do what kind of shit is that?
Hey, because we're dedicated. We got to do this. We have to do this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Every week. I'm always, if I have time to do it, I was sleepy when I was watching the fight, and after it was done, like everybody's pretty much asleep. I think my son's still awake. Actually, I gotta put his ass to bed. He's probably knocked out on the couch or something. But yeah, I was sleepy. I was like, you know what? He said he woke up from this nap. I was just like, yo, let's just do this. So
And when I fucking woke up, and I was like, I gotta tell him. I'm like, cause this nigga already reached out to me. And I was like, I was on the episode. It was like, Chris, answer your phone, step your game up. I'm like, nigga, I can't do that shit. I'm like, at least, like, I don't want you to just feel like a nigga just didn't say shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, you let me know. That's there.
Just
That's how it's
communicate.
supposed to be.
That's
Yes,
all
sir.
you gotta do. Just communicate. And so I'm
I
glad.
figured you'd sleep. I figured you was either sleep or you was doing something. So I was like, oh, because you're not. I mean, we've been doing this every week. So I mean,
It ain't
I'm
no
like, yeah.
switch up in the program. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, and I really appreciate it too, man. Cause I'm sitting there like, nigga, I'm like, I didn't want to push it to tomorrow because I want to make sure I can have the episodes out. And I'm like, I'm like,
oh, it's already tomorrow. When
it's
we gonna-
already tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. Like, we could release like 3 of them are available right now. Number 4 is in the process. That was 40%. How long ago? 34 minutes ago when we talked about it.
I got a graphic I'm working on too. So
Okay.
I just had to ask how to do this. It's in Photoshop right now.
Nice.
And I'll
For thumbnails?
it's like a design, I guess. You'll see it, right? I think you like it.
So like for I don't know.
Just
Yeah,
like-
yeah. I just wait. You
It's just
show me.
it's just like if we wanted it on a T-shirt,
Okay.
it would be like a design like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
All right. So you chilling on the thumbnails then, from the way they look right now?
They're cool right now. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I'm cool with that. And then
Placeholder, some shit.
over time, we'll put in more time into that when we get the chance to, and you know how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see how. I like the transition of things, like from early start. Oh, this is what it used to be. Cleaner and cleaner and cleaner, cleaner and cleaner.
That's what you're gonna see in the episodes, and that's what you're gonna hear in the episodes too, Nick.
Here too. Yep. I know. I might change my mic back to
To the 57. You started off at the 57. Well, no, you started off on the webcam mic, then you used the 57, then you brought out the 58.
Well, because even before the webcam mic, I had the. I was trying to use the.
You was using the 57, the instrument mic.
Instrument mic, yeah. No, but I had the MXL 50 on here too. But then it was messing with the.
Interface.
Interface, yeah.
There's
And it
some
was,
in the routing.
Yeah, it was a little weird. It was like cutting out and stuff. Remember? I might use that again. It is a little clear. I mean, I don't know how to. I guess I could go and EQ the mic settings, right? You could do that, right?
And where?
Like on the Mac, they have an EQ setting, don't they? No, there better
They
be.
do. They do. It's basic. It's like bass and treble.
Oh,
What I
okay.
remember. It's like
a little-
sound preferences sound. I mean system preferences sound. Yeah. So
Okay. Oh shoot. Yeah, my bad. You want to go ahead and say what you want to say?
nothing.
And then, all right. I guess we could sign off. I'm still working on the broken vegetables. I still have them carrots that need to be broken. I had family over this week, so kind of plans got pushed back a little bit, but this week should be a little better because I'm in save mode because I'm about to go back home to California for a little while,
Hey.
and hopefully we can link up on one of the weekends to go to
Hey.
Mad. Shout out to Mad Studios.
Shout out.
Yeah, so I'm working on broken vegetables this week. I have those stems for the track that I just haven't been able to send you yet. So I'm gonna send you that on a collab beat, that West Coast Euro beat. Chop section for sure next week. Like always, every Friday.
Every Friday.
We got
do a shit
this
every week.
every Friday. Producer thoughts every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
We record every week. We do this shit every week. Do it every week.
We do this shit every week.
Um,
Cook-up sessions on Monday. So we got you for the weekend, bitch.
Dan's a little aggressive. it's like
I'm the
Sunday
aggressive one. He's the married one.
Wait, you're aggressive towards women? Is
No. Damn it, man.
if you like that kind of thing, I mean,
Shit, if she like that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The women. That's why I'm talking to the women. Hey, if the women like that kind of thing, Mr. Boris, you know, he's a beast. He's a beast.
Motherfucking beast at everything I
Boris.
do.
Oh dang! Hey, relax. Relax a little bit.
No, I was tied into the aggressive because you remember what you were saying, like they touch you and like you soften up, you know what I mean? Them pivotal moments
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So that's all.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I
The
get that.
single
Yeah. They
guy,
gotta break you down.
the husband.
They gotta break you down. Yeah, they gotta break you down.
Yeah, I gotta get broken down. I'm still single, so I'm still aggressive.
Still aggressive. Calm me down. Tame me. Tame.
Hey, hurt me. Okay, Fresh Prince.
Best friends. Yeah. Oh, she's like, why don't you talk to me like a real man? Got it? Oh yeah, I remember that shit. Fancy before she was fancy.
Before she was fancy, yeah.
Yeah. Dude. What was I saying again? Oh yeah. What else am I got? 3-piece. I gotta put that 3-piece lo-fi out. I got one track. I think I got like 2 or 3 more. So yeah, for sure, man. What about you?
All
You
right,
put out
so fucking Monday's one is ready to go. That's gonna be the better audio. I figured out the shit. So Monday's one is gonna be cool. I figure by midday tomorrow, probably 2:00, man. I could put out like that's why I was asking. Like when I was saying, when do you want them to come out? I was asking time wise, and I was like, I'm just gonna talk to you instead of the text.
Okay.
Because you was like, yeah, keep the Sunday. I'm like, yeah, no, for sure. But I'm saying like tomorrow, Sunday, what time should we say? Hey, motherfuckers, go listen and like, our shit is available. Motherfuckers, like, you know what I'm saying?
After church.
After church. Okay, so yeah,
Well,
2:00.
2 o'clock sounds good. Or even in the evening time. What do you think that everybody's gonna
Evening
be?
gives me all the time to make sure
Yeah.
all 6 are available.
Take your time. Yeah, for sure. Just yeah. I don't know, like
Because
5, 7, 6
four is
o'clock.
gonna be done, and then all I got is 5 and 6. The only thing that I had to re-upload number 2 and number 3. And the only reason, because number 3 had, remember when you played Move Your Ass?
Oh yeah.
So
It got us.
it got a copyright claim. And so I just went back and just cut, like right when you went into the song and then cut right when you came out of it. So then I uploaded again, don't got shit. And then the other thing in number 2 is like when you play older songs, BK, that song with BK.
Yeah.
That shit was peaking and fucking blowing everything out of the water and shit. So I went
Okay.
back and turned that down. And so like it's funny, you could hear us in the audio saying, "Oh, the shit loud," like, you know. But I turned it down actually. So like, because when I was listening to it, I'm like, oh, let me, because after it bounces and like it goes into open up QuickTime so it can show the shit. I just skipped through it to make sure ain't no bullshit, you know. And so I was skipping through and I'm like, damn, nigga, what the fuck is that shit? So I went back and fucking, but that was the funny part because I had number 3 bouncing and the other one was already bounced. So I was listening to it and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I had to wait till the other shit finished, then went back. Like, it's just funny, man. We figuring it out. We figuring it out.
Yeah, for sure.
it out.
That's a lot of work, bro. I appreciate that. Okay.
We out here.
Well, there's that, and then
Oh, yeah. So Cookup Session is going to get uploaded. These things, we saying probably 2:00. Evening, take your time. So all of them going to be available tomorrow. All 6 are going to be available tomorrow evening. That's another thing I realized is that I'm very optimistic with what can be done, but life is different. I'm like, oh man, this can happen, but life don't happen like that.
take your time. Yeah, for sure. This one, I mean, we've been waiting for a long time to do this. So I mean, if we could get 6, 7 up, why not wait a little bit? But as long as it's tomorrow or today.
Yeah, no, it's tomorrow for sure. Well, today. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That I really did want to start up like a once a week doing like the healthy shit that tastes good shit. Cause I found the next thing, which is healthy waffles and pancakes, motherfuckers. And an intro video. So 3 songs getting put out for sure next week because I don't have episodes to edit. Only got 1 episode to edit, and I'm gonna make sure that's done by Tuesday. So we ain't got the rest of the week to ourselves. And then it's gonna be intro video because I feel that's important as fuck, man. Intro video when people get to our YouTube. I want to switch up the style when I do release a cook up session. Because what I notice is, even when I do little quick videos, like what I'm tripping off of is like, why do I get more engagement when I put out a quick video if I just say, hey, motherfuckers, right? I put out the video and say, hey, motherfuckers, and I'll tell you whatever the fuck about. Even when I play a beat, and I play the beat and it's not coming through, I'm not playing the beat overlaid to where you hear it in good quality. Y'all hearing it through my speakers, through the phone microphone. And motherfuckers still engaged. And I'm like, well, what is it? And I'm like, well, it's video. The fact that it's video. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do like a little, hey motherfuckers, it's Monday. We got a new fucking cook-up session uploaded, blah, blah. Make sure y'all motherfuckers hit the like button on that bitch. And make sure the motherfucking subscribe to my shit. Cause I only got fucking, I don't know how many subscribers, and I need to get 100 so I at least can get my own little link. So I can say, go to my link in my shit. My link tree is up. I did do that.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. Link tree.
Link tree, man. But yeah, I feel those would be it. 3 songs, intro video, and a different way to put out the release of cook-up sessions. To tell people that I want them to subscribe and like the damn video.
Me too. Thank you for sharing that because I got to do that too. Got to let them know. So we got to practice and doing that. Let them know where to go, how to go, what to do.
Call to action.
All right then, brother. Once again, it's always a pleasure because we do this shit every week.
We do this shit every week, motherfuckers. Every fucking week.
Yeah, man. I guess we're gonna sign off. I'm NappooBeats.
I'm Boris the Beats, baby.
All right, thanks for listening. Y'all really appreciate this shit. And of course, we're gonna keep each other accountable every week, like we always doing.
And grow with us, motherfuckers. Show us the shit y'all working on. Show us
Hell yeah.
how, if y'all got an accountability partner, because I tell you, I've leveled up just by having somebody else that I could bounce ideas off of and be able to, like, boom, we give feedback, we listen to each other. It's not a burden. I don't know how about y'all, nigga, but as a producer, if somebody ain't a producer too or ain't musically inclined heavily, then it always feels like a burden when you want to show them your music and shit. But I never feel like that with Nappoo, man. So make sure y'all niggas get a fucking accountability partner. This shit is dope.
Yes, definitely. I feel the exact same way. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much again, everybody.